Yeah, this is June's live. I love doing these monthly at the moment. I'm going to let all the numbers come in. I know there's literally only a handful of you there at the moment. Retro Action is here already, which is great. And I get the opportunity to speak to you personally, I think, and say huge thank you for the support on the channel, because obviously you pretty much comment on every single video I do. So I really appreciate that. And thank you very much. Are you going to go? In fact, we'll have a private conversation where people come involved. Are you going to TF Nation? It would be nice to bump into you in person if you were going, because that's obviously only a couple of months away as well, which will be great. Let me know if you're going to go there. I'm going to be meeting so many people there. It's crazy. So that should be fun. Oh, there's the notification just pinged up on my phone that I am live, obviously. So, and a few more people have jumped in. Sean Ring of Doom's jumped in. Howdy. Again, this is going to be good. I'm just going to let a few people join in. Real Fanboy Show is in. Brilliant. I have got a little giveaway today as well. It's only a core class RC for channel members, but I'm going to be doing that. Hyperlink is in. He's a member. He's got a chance of winning that as well, which is brilliant. And again, as I say, I'll let people start to join in. Where is Brandon? Brandon's like, I'm going to be there. Don't worry, he says. So we need to chat, because since the last live stream, I mean, look how much has happened. We've had the Toxitron figures. We've of course had the film. It's still a bit dark, isn't it? Why is it not? Why are the lights not working in here? That's a bit better. Oh, let me put that down there. Has that made that a bit better? Only a fraction. Numbers are going off and on, which isn't too bad. I'll put that there. Does that light me up a bit? A little bit better, actually. A little bit better. I want people's, first and foremost, to want their thoughts on the movie. I don't want to talk too much about the movie. As I say, I want to be talking about new figures, what people are thinking, if they like the new waves, were they excited. Ultra Marcus is in as well. Rudy Zizzo is in as well. Wow. Everyone's just warming up at the moment, guys. As I'm sure you'll know, Marcus, because I know you do lots of streams. It's not till about 11 when all the Americans jump on board as well. How much did you like the movie? I really enjoyed the movie. Way better than I thought it would be. Massively better than I thought it would be, to be honest. Because you always go into things with a little bit of like, what's it going to be? What's it going to be like? And I have to say, from the moment, I want to go and watch it again, but just haven't had the time, to be honest. Yes, there were still Bayverse things, etc. My only gripe, if I want it to be a gripe, was I thought that Wheeljack was going to be in there, because obviously Bumblebee, oh God, I don't know if anybody's ever seen it or not. Yeah, I agree completely, Hyperlink. My theory was that, well, I think everybody knows that Bumblebee gets severely, oh, Rick Lergas, hello, guys. Hello, everybody. What's I saying? Bumblebee gets severely injured by Scourge. We've seen that in the trailer, so I'm not giving anything away there if people haven't seen it. So my thinking was that Wheeljack was there to help him, to help repair him, whatever, because obviously that's what Wheeljack does. But obviously Wheeljack doesn't do anything of that, so I don't know why they called him Wheeljack. That's my only gripe. My only gripe of that film is, why is he called Wheeljack? Because Wheeljack is obviously, there's someone else in from the States, because obviously that's what Wheeljack does. He fixes things, and they didn't have him fix anything at all. He could have just been any other generic character, and then, to be honest, there probably wouldn't have been such a backlash. That's my little opinion anyway. What do you guys think of that, for the ones who've seen it? Ultra Marcus, have you seen it yet? Rudy, have you been to see it at all? Got my little girl's bottle because it's red hot up here. That's my only gripe. My only gripe is that, because I think they tried to do all sides pointing to you on Beast Wars. And right, here we go. Everybody's in. Now it's gone too fast. Here we go. Even Simon's in as well, brilliant. For instance, in fantastic. The numbers are starting to come up now, which is good. Sean Ring of Doom, that's a class name, by the way. Not some cinematic masterpiece. Yeah, that's it. You know, anybody who's going to watch some cinematic masterpiece when you've got a giant transforming monkey, you're not going to get it, are you? But if you go there expecting it to be, which I think it was, I do think it was good. I think it wasn't as crude. I think some of the Bayverse ones, you know, were a bit crude and they didn't need to be. And again, I like the transformation sequences. I like the characters. I don't want to get into the Mirage debate, because again, they could have just called him Jazz. But my biggest thing, as I say, was the Wheeljack. I think it was funny. I liked a few of the Easter eggs, but my biggest thing is I do not want a G.I. Joe crossover at all. I have no, I'm going to get loads of hate for this, but I have no interest in G.I. Joe whatsoever. None at all. It never did interest me as a kid. It definitely doesn't interest me as an adult, and I'm actually going to be. Brandon is Princeton Frank. Brandon is Bayverse of Madness. He's one of my followers whose best action scene was the museum. He's been like 13 times to watch it. Princeton. He's been it's nuts. He's gone so many times. So if we want to talk about the movie, he can talk about it all. He's just sent me a message literally about 5 minutes before I went live saying, I'm not interested in G.I. Joe, but it always upset me. Yes, that's exactly the same as my feel in Ultra Marcus, that they took up half of the comic and I didn't like it at all. Yeah, Brandon just literally messaged me before we went live saying, what time are you going live? I'm like, in 5 minutes, I can't talk. And now he's not here. So there you go. I'm sure he'll pop up in a second. Devoid of logic. All I can say is the movies will never follow the source material. Yeah, I suppose so. I think you're right. And I think the problem that the problem that you've got now with the movie verse is there's no, Guzzy, I'm not with you on Action Force, sorry at all. The problem with the movies is, again, exactly like you've just nailed, there's G1, there's Beast Wars, there's RID, there's everything. There's too many genres, there's too many sets of fans, there's too many out there, so it's really hard for them to sort of appeal to everybody. And I get that. I really get that, so I understand why it must be difficult for them to do it. And as I said, that was my thing with Wheeljack. I don't know why they made Wheeljack, whatever he is. Took both kids, my son and my daughter less so, but they both liked it. It's fine. See, I really want to take my little boy, but he's only 7. And I'm just wondering about if that museum scene would be a bit too much for him. I don't know. I really want to take him to see it because he comes in and out of Transformers. He'll like although saying that, because Earthsparks just appeared on Netflix, we've watched the first few of that. No way. Transformers the show is in as well. Brilliant. The crossovers during the emphasis, the fact they're not real. Yes. Introducing minicons and power links, I'd be down for that. My boys, there you go, Ben. That's all I need to hear. Ben, that'll help me out a lot because I don't know. I don't want to scare him and give him nightmares. Never any more do on Transformers or movies. I'm a huge fan of both. Really not fussed about a crossover. Good. People are thinking that. Oh, thank you, Ultra Marcus. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like. There's over 22 of you already, and only 6 likes. So something's wrong there. I think I definitely need to take him. Little girl, no, she's too young, but I think he'll like it. What was I saying that he's just, again, off his own back, started watching Earthspark because it's on Netflix now. So that sort of gives us an excuse, obviously, to get involved, because he goes through spits and spats because they're always around. So sometimes he's into Lego Mario, sometimes he's into just the PlayStation. He's just got on that. I've just let him play that, so that's a big thing, obviously. And then sometimes, because I'm sitting there playing with a figure, he's like, and then he'll take an interest. And of course, with the trailers and everything, he was taking an interest. So maybe I will do. Maybe I will do, take him when it's still really busy, though. I've heard it's still really busy. Smashed the light bulb and broke the phone. Oh no, that's no good. Which, oh, no, I haven't got mine yet. As I said, I got that one, but that's the only one I've got, and no one else has seemed to have that yet either. But I've got them both ordered. They're both, I don't know anything. It's so weird. I was discussing with a few people the other day just how the distribution, that's one thing I was going to discuss on this actually, how crazy the distribution is at the moment. It's literally nuts. The amount of borderline hate I've got on my Instagram, and you can check it out, honestly. I've put this figure up and there's literally a comment on the screen saying, how come you've got them? Is your money better than ours or something? And I'm like, it's been out over a week in the UK. I can't help that. And then a few of the others going like, it's not, and like, obviously at the beginning of every single video, I'm like, this is where I got it from. This is where I got it from. This is who I brought it from. But people are proper like unimpressed, and it's funny. It's funny, but it's not funny, if you know what I mean. So I did want to talk about that. And funnily enough, I know the Real Fanboys is in here. I sent him a Cosmos. I know Princeton's here. I sent him, was it Galaxy Shuttle I sent you, Princeton? And I sent Hyperlink and Motormaster. I keep sending them all out. Where do you even order the Wardle? I don't even see, it's not out. This is the crazy thing. And then yeah, that's it. We'll see how much. And then the crazy thing is at the moment, yeah, that's it. The crazy thing is I've managed to pick up these two from like you guys just messaged me. Somebody in Australia has brought these in a shop in Australia and shipped them to me for £21 all in. and these have just reappeared now on in demand, brand new at 40 quid each. That's too much. I wouldn't have paid that. But yeah, then I don't know what's happening with them. So the distribution, I think, is just it's all over the place, and I don't know why. Is that better? Is that too bright? I don't know. This room is definitely darker than the other anyway, so that's nothing. Which it's not. I think import these ones. You paid 65 for Crasher. No way, Guzzy. No, Guzzy. These in demand, just normal release. Out they come. Definitely brought too deep. Which one? Oh, am I pleased with? Which one am I pleased with? Crasher or Shadow Strip, Rudy? Which one? I like according to what's figures are just mad with prices at the moment. I completely agree. I think it's getting to the point now where it is. I'm quite lucky, and the reason why cloud cover. Yes, I like cloud cover. To be fair, it's one of my favourites. Just the colour scheme just really works. What was I saying? If you're new to this channel, then you'll notice that my room's changed quite a bit. My first videos was in a different room, and I had an absolute truckload of Movieverse figures. I've got a few loose still, but nothing like what I had then. And all I've ended up doing was what I was planning on doing. I was planning on another 5 years' time, to be honest, because the 4 years' time, the 2007 movie, I was going to start selling them on and do swaps. But because everything's happened so fast with this channel, I've started to do that already. So that's how I keep it. That's how I'm able to get, yeah, even secondary market mad. What are the tolerances like in your clay cup? Mine's fine. I've got, no way, I'm glad devoid of logic. Just finished the review. I've actually left the ape face. He's downstairs, the actual figure, but I've got the accessories here ready to box back up. Because Adam, who's not in the chat yet, he's lent me his, and I've just done the video reviewing it. What a figure that is. It's unbelievable, to be honest. Great big huge, for those of you who don't know what he's talking about, third-party masterpiece scale, and that's exactly why I've got the G1 still behind me as well, because I literally did the video, finished it this morning, ready for hopefully tomorrow. I'm getting further and further behind with videos, but I don't know, I still enjoy doing it. Someone said to me that I was walking home from work and I jumped in on board someone's chat, and it was late because I'd just done a 12-hour shift, and someone's like, get to bed when you get in. I was like, nope, I've got videos to do because I've not done tomorrow's yet. So that's what I keep doing. I keep managing to keep on top of them. I'm still quite lucky that I can get away. I say get away with it. I've put it into my daily routine now. It's a bit like my diet, a bit like my normal everyday things. I've just put it in as part of my routine. So I manage to still get one up every day. And then I'm lucky where I work that I get to dash off sometimes and do some news bulletins as and when they appear. But yeah, I've got quite a few. I'm loving at the moment, absolutely loving my favourites. Doctor Wu. I just think they're so good. For those of you who don't know Doctor Wu, they're a bit like Hasbro Core Class, but even smaller, and they're just ace. In fact, there's the Hasbro Core Class, and there's the Doctor Wu, but again, pretty much the same articulation and stuff. So these are my favorites at the minute, and I've got loads of videos to do on these guys. But the good thing about that is they're only small, they only take a couple of minutes, which is perfect. All right, who else is there? So how are you going to display your new purchase of Legends? Right, I am limited in display. I've got a bookcase. I'll flip it round. I've got a bookcase directly behind you. The top shelf is going to be Masterpiece. I just need to work out where to put the giant Omega Supreme from Fall of Cybertron. But I've got a few of them up there already. So that's where the Masterpiece are going to be going. There's some there already, which you can see. And then if I turn it back around, and then the Legends in the bookcases on the back of the glass cabinets, the whole bottom part of it is completely empty. So that's where I'm going to be displaying them. And I've got the Ark coming as well. So that one you've got to build up yourself. So that'll be interesting because it's Lego, isn't it? Well, it's as good as Lego. You've got to build it up. I've still got Optimus Lego to build. I've still got so many things to do. It's nuts. But that's where I'm going to be putting all them there. I suppose the good thing about the Legends is they are smaller. But I do think that I've found, personally, that I prefer the comic decos on them. Cloud Cover and G2 Joe's a sketch. See, that's crazy. How deep are you going into Legends and MPs? Well, the brilliant thing is now with the Show Z review, which again, huge thank you to anybody on here right now who's purchasing anything from Show Z and using my. Do you know what? I don't know anything about them. I'm going to be completely honest. Live according to Martin, I've not brought any of the oversized combiners. I've seen them that they're huge. I think they're on Show Z as well, but I've just not bothered with them. What I was saying was, thank you to everybody who's buying from Show Z and then using my code, because what it does is I don't see who's purchased what. I just see the item that's been purchased, and then that gives me obviously an idea of what people want me to see, what they want me to review, if you know what I mean. So there's a few, mostly people at the moment that I've seen who are watching this channel and using my code are buying New Age. So that's why there's quite a lot of New Age. I know there's a lot of interest in the Magic Square Bruticus. Again, that's why I've been doing that. Yeah, as I say, the Toxitron stuff. How long have I had it now? 2 weeks, I think. I think we've had it 2 weeks in the UK, and mine came, and they're all out from Hasbro Pulse already. I know that Toxitron, Ben Williams is in the chat. He ordered his from Hasbro Pulse. And Ben, if you're still there or still listening, how long ago did you get your Toxitron figure? It's probably 2-3 weeks, I think. And I know he gets pretty much all of his stuff from Pulse because he messages me as soon as he gets it, and I'm like, oh damn, I've missed it, etc., etc. Because unfortunately, sometimes it's obviously a huge bonus to get figures first, to get videos out. You should look at shows. Life, right, Martin, I know this is completely terrible. I know that's well, self-promotion, but if you do go to shows, Toxitron came ages ago. There you go, see, and that was from Pulse in the UK. I'm going to show people this. I know it's cheeky, but that's, if I'm not it, I might as well do it, don't I? So, got Orange Jazz this week, Clay Cover a couple of weeks. Only one I've seen so far is Toxitron. If anybody is going to buy anything from this website here, which is brilliant, there's a box there. You see where it says keep supporting Giraffe, but in the area it'll say support your favorite reviewer. If you type Toys R Us all in one word, that would help me out massively, as I say, because then I get to see what people are buying. The new studio series, I'm falling behind here now. What's everyone saying? I'm going to do a draw in a minute for you channel members, by the way, because I've got a core class RC to give away in a second, and I've already set up the wheel of names, so I'll be doing that in a second, just when a few more people jump on board. Yeah, Toxitron, I think you said you've had for about a month, which is nuts, really. I've heard rumours that Hasbro might make a Titan Beast Wars Maximum. Ooh, that's a good thing. I've not heard that at all. Make sure you put the code in every 20 days. Yes, it does. It runs out for some reason, which is annoying. And ETF the show's in as well. Wow. There's a couple of people in from TF the show. Thank you very much for jumping on board, guys. I do apologise that Friday night when you do your lives is the only evening I actually get with my wife, so I very rarely get a chance to jump on onto your show. New cut, yes. Needed it. We had a family photo shoot earlier, so had to get rid of all the grey. I would love a few Titans. Titans are brilliant, but they just I keep asking for that, but I think we know it's definitely going to go. Who's asked about the Titans? Titans are good, but what's that? The only problem with Titans is they're huge, and really, really are massive. I still need to sort mine out. Mine are on here, and they're not in any way, shape, or form sorted out. They're a bit of a mess, to be fair. But like Andy's just said, they're too big, so they don't fit anywhere. And the problem is, because they're so big, I've got to confess as well, for me, I've still got the Cybertron Metroplex, which I've not even took out of the box yet. So ashamedly, because I don't know where I'm going to put it. So if I take it out of the box, I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. So I need to get it out. I need to do a very belated review. I love the Titans. I caved on the Nemesis, but we found a website in the UK now. I don't think that they're going to, I don't know if they're going to honour it, but the only reason I caved was because they put it up and it must have been an error for £99. So I jumped on board, I purchased, someone sent me a message saying get this quick, and I did. And they haven't cancelled it, so I'm expecting them to cancel it, or at least say, no, here's your money back. But we'll see. Omega Sentinel is on his way. That's the only one I've not got that one yet, because it's in the UK. It's £210, which is about $270, and I've got the e-hobby one, and I'm happy enough with that one for now. I would like the other one in the end, but again, it would mean a massive revamp, and I still haven't sorted this. I've still got all this, which is a right mess behind me. I've still got so much stuff going on here. I know what you mean. I have 4 of them and think we'll stop there. But I think saying that though, no, yeah, that was it. But Ben, honestly, it appeared in Comics and, is it Comics and Cocktails or something? It was £99, or is it? No, it was even cheaper. Someone sent me a message. I'll find it in a minute on my iPad and show you what it cost. But if I do get it for the price that I did buy it for, I think I'm going to hang her from the ceiling, and I'll transform the Ark back to the alternate mode. And the Omega Sentinel's brilliant. It's my favourite. This is the eHobby one here. I love the green colour with that. And if you haven't got Jetfire Masterpiece yet, Skyfire rather, that gives you an idea of how big he is. But yeah, the colours on that are brilliant. So I really want the Sentinel, but for obvious reasons, I've got no space in this room anymore. But for obvious reasons, I'm not paying £210 for it. So hopefully it'll get reduced. And then I need to, as I say, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's totally full in here. I don't know if any of you know Slime House, who does a YouTube channel. Me and him are going to get together and we're going to do a full, he's going to help me do a tour of the room properly, so he's going to film me doing it, which is brilliant, so I can actually get that done. Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm hoping for, Guzzy. I'm hoping for that, so, because I don't want to pay full price at all. That's it. So yeah, he's going to help me, because I can't do it properly with a little phone. It doesn't really do it any justice, so I'm hopefully going to get that done in the next couple of months. Yeah, he is. Slime House is brilliant. Me and him have been chatting quite a bit. New Age and Pangu toys, recolor versions. Princeton, I will be doing 2 reviews of the Pangu. I've got the purple one coming via a friend, and I've got the Sentinel one coming via a friend. Again, I'm really lucky at the moment with so many people on here who in fact, who are in the chat as well, who are lending me their figures. I'm doing the X-Transbot trailer thanks to Ben. The Blitzwing from Star Toys is Ben's. That's got to go back to him. Andy Gold is there. How you not, mate? It's red hot. I had a vest on literally a minute ago, but now I've just I've put on a proper t-shirt. I thought that's the last thing you want to see. Andy, it's great to actually speak to you since you've joined the membership properly. It's brilliant to have you on it. I am going to do a draw in a minute. As I said, I've got everybody's names in there, and I still think you need to join the Discord, don't you, buddy? If you do, you need to drop a message in the members chat on the YouTube channel. I'll put a link for the Discord for you to jump on, because everybody's got everybody who's a member has got obviously full access to that. And it's actually starting to grow now, which is good. Obviously TF the show, Guzzy Hero and everybody else is already in there, which is brilliant. But I am melting in here. It is hot, but at least my hay fever's calmed down. That's the biggest thing. At least my hay fever's calmed down, because that's been awful. Anybody who's been living in the UK this last week's been horrendous. I wonder where everybody is. There's only a few in here yet. I want to know what everybody else is thinking then of. So we saw a few of the reveals. What's everybody's standout? What a lovely, this is again, it's Rudy's, it's there. This is all down to Rudy. That's why I put it in the thing. It's just this one, guys. It's already a core class. RC, but it's just a little thing to start off. To be honest, I'm sharing the love. That's from Hasbro, who sent me that huge box. And obviously I already had one. I'd already done a video on it. So I messaged them and said, am I allowed to do what I'm doing with it? And it's basically, I can, obviously, as long as it's on the channel, which it is, it's on the channel, I can do with it what I please, I suppose. But it'd be nice to give back to what people give me. Yeah, which is nice. Bombshell was good. Oh, you liked Bludgeon. I know loads of people I know weren't happy with Bludgeon at all. Studio Series Optimus Primal looked fantastic, to be fair. I tell you one, an Optimus Primal, I am 42 RCs. Guzzy, you're off it. Guzzy's amazing. Do you know what's really good? This one, the Smash Changer. The Smash Changer Optimus Primal. I still have got this here to do a video on, but it makes so much noise. It'll wake the whole house up. But it's really clever. I don't care. Let's have a quick go at it. I don't know if anybody's seen this or had a play with this. It's brilliant fun. It really is brilliant fun. Come on, what's it doing? Because it does as a Springus Prime. Welcome to Prime. Oh, you've rejoined. Thank you very much, buddy. That's great. Primal and Mirage look great. This isn't working for me. Primal and Mirage look great. I need to know why this isn't working. There we go. Remember, Springer's Prime. I'm going to add you to the thing in a second, buddy. So look, yeah, and I'm sure you've seen it, but little thing, small, watch this. And then, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Strong arm and bludgeon. Look, strong arm look good. The problem I've got with strong arm now is I can't find anyone. Yeah, the studio series look great. It's great, isn't it? It's so much fun. It really is. And it does it all for you, so it's good. I need to put Springer's Prime in this list in a second then. Especially because he's been on here for so long. What are we in? We're nearly half an hour in already. Springer's Prime. Do. So I'm just adding you to the wheel, ready to go round into the competition. Springer's Prime. Springer's Prime. I thought bludgeon looked good too. See, now I don't mind bludgeon, but the problem that I've got is that I've still not read any of the IDW. I am, by my own admission, I've not read any of the IDW. So my only knowledge of IDW is, what I want to about, is from the Thrilling 30 toy line. That is it. So I've got to confess that when I saw him in the shops, I was like, what's this? Like, for instance, I was like, that's not Nightbeat. That's not no. I've ordered that, Princeton. I've ordered that on pre-order. This Diolo Park Scourge, because everybody else's looks so good. So I was like, this isn't Nightbeat. And then, of course, it come with a little comic, which again, I still haven't even read. But I really like the Thrilling 30 line. Giving G1 Hot Rod's Target Master partner, I think they are, to be fair. 10 yeah, because she's a fembot, isn't she? I tried to find. She's only a warrior class, the original, isn't she? But I'm not paying £30 for a RIT warrior class figure just so I can do a review and have them both in hand ready. I suppose I'm going to be a little bit usurped now by sort of Hasbro, because when they do G1 releases, it's quite easy for me to pull a figure off the shelf and do all that. I didn't see. No, I didn't do it in time. But I've seen it. That's the G1 Megatron you're on about, I think, isn't it? The Legion Class Caucus. I'm sure I've seen it. My pre-orders on Shozy is insane at the moment. It's really high. But the good thing is, again, as I say, I'm shifting loads of my movie figures to Tyler, who's not even in the chat at the moment. And I mentioned it before, Brandon. Yeah, that's it. I've seen it, but I didn't get involved with it. 3 Kuro Kuro figs based on the ODW designs. They look good as well. The Kuro, I can't even say it. Kuro Karo Kuri figures. I saw them. Again, it's just, where does it stop? I'm really lucky. I discuss this quite a lot with people, that I only do collect Transformers. Like the people who collect G.I. Joe, the people who collect Marvel, the people who collect Lego, and like a couple of the people in the chat right now who collect everything, like Rudy. I mean, I take my hat off to him, because he manages to just dib in and out of loads of different genres, toy lines. And I've got really fond memories of other things and stuff, but I just couldn't. I couldn't go down that line. I'm quite lucky that in that aspect I'm quite blinkered. But even where I'm up to now, I've got no RID really. I've got incredibly few Armada figures, just ones that I've picked up. This is the original, obviously, because it's way bigger than because it does that, and it's way bigger than the new one. So I've just picked up a few of them. And as I say, you've got the idea, and you've got the new comics now. Peter's not in the chat anyway, typical. Pete's managed to get me a copy of Void Rivals, because I want a physical copy, so I'm going to be doing reviews on them as well. But yeah, I've only, now I'm paid monthly, scary to see. My bank account not topping up. Yeah, that's it, it's nuts. Hey guys, give more likes for Russ. Thank real fanboys, that's great. Fanboy, he's Jamie, lives in Hawaii. Target Master Fireball in Gorm form. I don't know. No, we can't. I don't know. The original Hot Rod will not fit Target Master Hot Rod. They obviously had to widen the hands on it and find Void Rivals. They're gonna. You're in America, aren't you, Hyperlink? I've just seen it. You said that you are. So you're in America. They're definitely going to reprint it. BMAC put on his Instagram that they are, and I think it was on TFW 2005, that they are going to reprint them all. Show Lee from the Curse series we don't talk about. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that is, Guzzy. So yeah, we really don't talk about it because I don't know what it is. Yeah, so I'd suggest you have a look. I know, check out TFW 2005. They had information on that as well, hyperlink, about the reprints of, what's it called? Yeah, of that Avoid Rivals. Kiss players. I've got the Kiss players, buddy. Well, one of them, one set of them, the tapes, obviously. I haven't had time to go to my local shop yet, so I haven't really put much of it. Okay. I don't even know. In the UK, comic book stores aren't really a thing. I'm saying that I'm going to get bamboozled by no loads, but not really. Not like the Iron America. What I would relate to what you see in America, not just what you see, on The Big Bang Theory and all that sort of stuff. I've been to America a couple of times, and their comic shops are just insane. And there's quite a lot of them, but I suppose, let's be honest, I've only been to tourist places, whereas Telford's not really a tourist place. I'm sure if I went to Birmingham or Manchester and all them places, I'd find a comic book store. So probably what I said didn't really make, it didn't have much, what's the word behind it? Didn't have much to go on. Could have been far, I can't think what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? It didn't have much collateral. Maybe that's the word I was after, because for that reason, right, 25 in there now. This is going to go in a second. I just need a couple more people to jump in, especially from the members, so I can spin that around and then tell everybody who's won that. Numbers are jumping up now. I tend to find, obviously, that if I do it too, like, US comics are a bit frustrating, only 16 pages. What's that? I have 2 rooms of Transformers. Princeton, man, I want to see your collection, buddy, because I've spoke to you only a little bit off these chats and on Instagram, and wow, your house sounds like a dream to mine. A bit like the Reflector Files. I speak to Mike Kincaid quite a bit, and he's got like the whole basement or whatever. I mean, I know that and funnily enough, the American people in the chat, thankfully there's UK people in the chat as well, who will completely agree with me that I'm of the probably one of the very small minority in the UK that I'm actually lucky enough to have a whole room for figures, whereas in America, it's quite a common thing from what I see, from the people I follow on Instagram, from the people I see. They have their own rooms, they have their own basements, they have 2 rooms. Sometimes they've got a whole floor, whereas in the UK, we don't. The amount of people who've come round from like friends or family or whatever, and they're like, you're really lucky that you've got a room, and I am really lucky that I've got a room. So that's what I think one of the biggest differences between UK collecting and US collecting, maybe around the world as well. I don't know. I mean, I've got a couple of friends in Japan, but obviously that's all high-rise buildings, and again, it's apartments, and they're lucky enough to have a room. But I don't know. I think I count my chickens. I'm very lucky. I am burning up here. It's red hot. Of course, the only rooms in the basement that is finished is the 2 rooms that I'm using. Yeah, honestly, send me some pictures if you don't mind on Instagram. I'd love to see your collection, because, as I say, I've got appreciations for Masters of the Universe and all that sort of stuff. I was an 80s kid myself, so I've got an appreciation for them. Me and Megan want to just stop real quick and say hello. And how you doing? All right, Cast. I'm okay. I'm more than fine. I'm tired. I'm hot, but I'm completely not. I am really good, actually. Today has been mental. Not that you want to know. Dedicate collectibles. Look, it's just me in the house. Look, it's going to Mart. So it's it's 10:30 today, and we got up at 7. What have we done? My best bedroom is shelves and all round TF's G.I. Joe classified below. See, that's it. You're quite lucky, because I haven't stopped all day with 3 kids, with swimming lessons, with sponsored walks, with gymnastics, with whatever else I've had to do today. I've not stopped. I think I've had about 40 minutes to watch some of TV with my wife and then come upstairs to do this. She's like, "I'll see you tomorrow then." Unfortunately, yes, that's what it is. But I will see you tomorrow, and we'll have a good Sunday family day tomorrow, which would be nice. After I've been to work in the morning, because I didn't work today. I did a sponsored walk, so I've got to work tomorrow morning instead. Yeah, who else has got crazy collections on here? I think the people from TF the show only collect Transformers. Am I correct, guys? Do you only collect Transformers, or do you dabble in everything else as well? I know I see sometimes in the chat that we've got that some people have got a few other things, but I think that they're only Transformers. I could be wrong. I don't know. That's always good to hear, Sue. We went to see Transformers last week. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Pete is there. Good. Here comes some of the members. Ben, you're such a joker. It's so funny. Pete's there. Pete, what did you think of Hound then? Did you like New Age Hound? Obviously, I think we were having a chat about it. He was mind-blowingly clever for a little figure, I thought. Really impressed with that. Avid of Logic, that sounds great. I missed out what he said on there. I need to get this going again. Perceptor 2023. I think it's going to be good. I would have liked it to have a different head, to be fair. I really would have liked it to have a different head. The problem that I've got is because I'm one of these stupid completionists, and the fact that, let me get this, because I've got the first four, I'm gonna add, I believe the kickback's the sixth as well. Oh, what's going on here? I believe that kickback is the sixth one, so that's what I think. The only one I'm waiting for, and I've said it loads and loads of times, yeah, I'm waiting for the imminent Astro train, because if I get the imminent Astro train, that means it's saving me all the money that they cost from the e-hobby one. No, I don't outcast. I think, as I say, purely because of the amount and the abundance of stuff that I've got here, I haven't got a space for anything else. I've got like just a couple of random, not in this room, in the attic upstairs. I think I've got like a couple. I've got like a random Thanos, purely because it's got just because I liked that movie, obviously. I don't even know. No, just, and that's about it. Literally, sometimes I'll see something, and then I'll be like, no, I can't collect that, and I'll put it back down for obvious reasons. I looked at the Transformer Pops. I didn't really like them. They lasted about 2 weeks. I quickly recycled them and put the money into buying actual figures as well. I guess my hopes are for head remodels for the Retro 86 are dashed. And you see, now that's the thing. I used to be, as I say, in that huge void of mine from the end of G1 up into the, as I say, pretty much all of Beast Wars and all of RID. I was a right computer geek to the point where I had everything. I've still got downstairs, I've still got Master System, Megatron, Mega Drive, a Famicom, because the American version of the SNES is way better than ours. There you go. Retro Action collects loads of stuff. N64, what was I saying? I had a CDI, I had a 3DO, I had all of the ones. I even had a Neo Geo, which were ridiculous. But then, yeah, just moved away from that. Numbers are jumping up now. This is good. 30 plus in the chat, which is perfect. Keeps going up and down, but it always does because it's not American time yet. Right. I love games, and I used to play them lots and lots and lots. All I play now is Earth Wars on my iPad. That's all I play. Do you think Hasbro will give G1 Skywalker Transformers movies reissue? Of course, 100%. They're not gonna. Let's be honest, and it's not just Hasbro and it's not just Takara. In my very limited new experience into third-party figures, once they get a mold, once they get a mold, once they get a mold, they just redeco it loads. In fact, they deco it more. I've just pulled out, as I say, this little guy from Doctor Who and said he's ace. And then there I've got a shattered glass version of him as well. The Kang Toys Dinobots, I've pre-ordered the Stega Row as well. I can't wait to see what they do with that, because I saw at the last convention I went to, I saw the Thunder King. It's bigger than, I think it's bigger than Fort Max. To be honest, I'm just looking at Fort Max now. I think it is. I think it's quite a bit bigger, to be honest. It's probably more Unicron size, to be fair. Yes, it's got to be a Toys R Us Sega Megatron, which would be great. What was I saying then? Yeah, it's huge. My only issue is once I've get it and I've built it up, then I don't know what I'm going to do with it. So it could just be a case of, I like it, let's look at it, let's do a couple of videos on it, and then maybe sell it on, which is a few, what I've done with a few of the new things. The Skywalker we released, especially G1 Sunstorm, they won't do that because he wasn't in the movie. Sunstorm you can get on eHobby anyway. If they're doing a movie reissue, they won't do Sunstorm because obviously he wasn't in the movie. But Sunstorm you can buy. There's two eHobby versions. There's a 2003 and a 2010 version. So he's nowhere near as expensive as he used to be. I know Ultra Marcus has got him as well, which is a great figure. I think so, actually, now I've said that. I think anything eHobby touches is brilliant. Even some of the new eHobby stuff's brilliant. It's just a case of finding them. Someone asked me, I get asked quite a lot of questions about eHobby. That reminds me, Ben, has he found out how to get, I can't think. Ben, you need to check out my last video. I want to get the mooks of the War for Cybertron from Japan. You can help me find that. The kids, yes, that's a good idea. Problem I've got though, devoid of logic, is it's just, I don't know. I know that when I was speaking to Sixo about a year or so ago, just before he did all his room, because I ended up buying a couple of boxes off him, boxes of figures, because he's in the situation, well, he was in the situation which I'm in now, that I think because mine's focus is mainly on G1, Pete's got loads of stuff as well, you see. I don't know how you manage to collect all that. That's insane how you collect all them. Because I'd want to get them all. What was I going to say? I can't even think. About the boxes. So I brought a few boxes of him to complete some of my figures, because he was just worried about the figures, whereas mine, because my niche, I suppose, or my lunacy, whatever you want to call it, is the variants, like the fact that I've got a Spanish one, I've got an Italian one, and I've got this, because the figure themselves 95% the same, which is obviously good. I have the old Ravage that transforms into a speed. It's pretty cool. That's all that coming through. So that's my issue, and I've got quite a few more things coming up with like some G1 rarities that I've managed to pick up. That's it. Like at the moment I'm going for like first releases of figures, like the Shockwave one I did a video on not so long ago, the one with the error box, and obviously the Prime with the bloated parts and the metal plates, then the blue trailer. I've got some, I don't want to give too much away, but I've got some figures coming in transit from the other side of the planet, which are like proper first releases of these figures, because there's so many things that are different to the actual Transformer release, and I can't wait to show you them as well. But they're not in the country yet; they're on the way. Along with I've got a few from a different person, some Canadian versions. That's where I got the red face slag from, because obviously that's the Canadian exclusive. That's what I tend to like. That's why I can only collect Transformers, because if I went on to Ninja Turtles, I'd probably want to get them all. What's your favourite version of Scourge apart from the 86 toy? That's a good question, actually. This will probably surprise you. The Generations one that came out in 2010, I've not actually had in hand. I've only got a sealed one, so I've never opened that. I don't mind the 86 version, actually. I'm just looking at them there thinking, which other versions have I got? I like the 86 version. I love, obviously, the original 1986. I meant the Studio Series 86 version. I quite like the I suppose the use of the laser prime mold for that. I like that, to be fair. I'm just trying to think how many I've got. Can't think. Do you know, it probably is the Studio Series 86 because it's cool. And the other ones that I've got, haven't really got that many of them. Beachcomber, there's too many Beachcomber. G1, there's so many, what's it called, Beachcomber variants. There's at least 4 G1. I'm listing my Ninja Turtle collection. I'm interested in all those crazy Star Trek and Farmer versions. Okay. And the same with Brawn, like the G1 Brawn. I think there's like 6 different G1 Brawns just released by Hasbro. Never mind if you get talking about the Mexican, the Argentinian and the Brazilian variants. The mini-bots is the biggest minefield I've ever seen. And I doubt very much that I'm going to get anywhere near that. Like, I've got a version of Puffer, and then somebody else has got another version of Puffer. What's the word I'm after? But it's apparently like Emo DeMar had one, and only 2 of them have ever been seen, and he sold his for, I think it was 2,100 the other day, no, the other month, at the beginning of the year, and I'm not paying £2,100 for a mini-bot, no way. We have Road Ranger and Puffer, but no gears. It's true, we do have Road Ranger and Puffer. Road Ranger was, but they're both the Yusuf thingy though, aren't they? They're both the Huffer mould, not the Gears mould. It's weird because you hear all these rumours that Gears was supposed to come out in, excuse me, in Kingdom, wasn't he? And then for whatever reason, it got shelved. I don't know. I might just ask Mark, just say, Mark, what happened to Gears? And then he'll be like, you're the 7,000th person to ask me that, so don't bother. He's got to be coming, hasn't he? Let's be honest. Which one have we got? Who's coming? Who's the next one coming? I'm waiting for the Raymond Toy Goldwing. See, I saw the Raymond Toys versions of Centurions. They were really good. Gears hasn't. Oh, there you go. That's good to know. I reckon you'll pay it one day when. You could be right, Pete. You could be right. If I've got absolutely nothing to get. But again, the problem that I'm in with some of the problem that I've got now with the figures that I actually want, and with that, I don't want to make is that you just can't. People don't want to sell them. I mean, I'm lucky enough that I've completed G1. That was hard enough because it's got the fandom's got bigger and bigger. So of course, there's less and less around. So the thing with this with the South American mini bots is, of course, they were limited. And once people get hold of them, you don't see them again. So I don't know. I've got a couple more on the way of them coming as well. I've seen them. As I said, they looked really, really good. The Centurions. I've got, again, we were 95%, I think, of the people in this chat were born in. Oh, sorry, we're 80s kids, and we were lucky enough to enjoy all of them, which was great. And that's another reason to say why I tried to stay away. I'm just looking up here what else I've got. I see. I love crazy versions of figures like this, like the BotCon ones. The BotCon's my big thing at the moment. I'm going through getting all the BotCons, different colours, and they're incredibly rare because obviously only 2,000 of them were made. Princeton's a little older than me. Well, I'd say 7 years older than me. So of course that's a completely different. Wow, there you go. So maybe I'm. This is good. It's interesting to see how old people are. So surely you've all got to agree that the 80s were brilliant. Even though some of you are a bit older. Vintage Centurions as well. That's ace. What was I going to say then? Vintage Centurions, that's nuts. Do you remember? I mean, like Visionaries as well. I loved Visionaries, but I can't go collecting them. Springus is the baby. I knew Springus was a baby. Compared to us all anyway. Still 28 now though. My brother is BotCon Antagony. Wow, there you go. Pete's not the youngest. See, I've not got that one. Well, I'm not the only the old guy in it. Yeah, there's loads of us. Get fresh, get fresh. No way. Oldest Stephen. No, you're not, Pete. Pete, I'm going to do the NEC again in October if you want to jump on board again, pal. That's a big toy fair in the UK. If anybody else is interested, I ring them up and I booked. Well, you saw, hopefully, the video. We had 5 tables last time. Ben, the Visionaries crossover comics was pretty good in the end. I don't remember the crossovers. I remember them just putting Visionaries in the back of it. Was it Gilbert the Alien? That wasn't Get Fresh, was it? Or was it? I remember Get Fresh. I remember the singing, and I remember he had all the snot, but I don't remember it calling Get Fresh. Was it? It was right. It was called Get Fresh. I didn't remember it being called that. That's just a total blast from the past. It was. It was on ITV. IDW did one. See, I'm so far behind on the IDW. There we go. I'm trying to keep up with the chat in here. Mirage sang the song. The Millennium did. That's the one it was. Would you get a Transformer character tattooed? Do you know what? As much as I love Transformers and as much as they're a massive part of my life and my kids love it and everything else, I still wouldn't get, I still don't think I'd get a tattoo of them. I wouldn't know what to get unless I met Peter Cullen in hand there and then, and he was there and I was right by a tattooist. I'd be like, right, now I can have an Optimus Prime. That would be about it. Yeah. Got to throw. I don't know what Silver Hawks is. I remember Street Hawk, but that wasn't a cartoon. I do have the same BotCon exclusive Seacons, but they're not BotCon exclusives, buddy. They're just, that's God Neptune. That was the Beast Wars versions. That's not an exclusive. That's, if you want to find them real fanboys, just type in God Neptune into your searching into eBay and you will find them. And the answer to the question of that is yes, but they're in a box around the corner. Glad to see you are no longer having. Yes, it's been really bad. It cleared up earlier, to be fair. I don't know what Silverhooks is. Come on, Ben, give us a hint. This is good. All you guys keep chatting. There's loads of us here waiting for the Amazon idea. Yeah, I don't know if they are the exact same voice. Was it Thundercats? I've had to bite the bullet and go for the Jurassic Park, even though it's overpriced. But I think it's brilliant. It looks really good. The other two, the Origins and whatever it was called, I've got them one. Mask was brilliant. Mask was Transformers, let's be honest. Everything they had transformed. Same as Jason the Wheel Warriors, same as everything that we used to watch. My eyes are going now. Someone's just jinxed it. Someone's just totally jinxed me. Outcast, I'm not telling you. What are you about? I don't know what you guys are banging on about, but it's interesting. Obviously, we were really lucky. I remember Mysterious Cities of Gold as well. That was one of my favourite cartoons of the 80s, but I don't remember any toys of that, to be honest. I don't remember any toys of that at all. Wow, Vintage Wheel Warriors. Pete, gonna have to. I keep saying, yes, that's correct, Springers. It was. Action Force was G.I. Joe in the UK. It was called Action Force. I get asked this all the time. Why did they change the name? I think because obviously, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't he marketed as G.I. Joe, the the real American hero or something? And of course, that probably wouldn't have done very well in the UK. So they just called it Action Force. I'm sure it was G.I. Joe. Here's Brandon. Where have you been, Brandon? Brandon, how many times have you seen Rise of the Beast now? Is it 13 or 14? I can't remember. Action Force International Heroes, that's it. And it was, yeah, G.I. Joe, a real American hero. So for whatever reason, they didn't think that that would market too well in the UK, so they changed it to International Heroes. Whereas in America, obviously, it was American Hero, which makes more sense. I can't think what else we were talking about then. Wheeled Warriors, you see, I loved that. And Ulysses. Someone just said that Mysterious Cities of Gold had a brilliant theme tune. How good was Ulysses? Ulysses was even better, wasn't it? There you go. I'm not going to sing because this is my singing voice. It's awful. Whoever remembers Ulysses. You nip out 15 times, that's it. Ulysses, yeah, that was amazing. I might stick it on my iPad here in a second. Yes, because he house things. That's what I meant to ask you guys. I meant to ask, how was it? Can't think. In the UK now. It was called Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. They changed it from Ninja. They said that this is a quote that they said that Ninja was too violent for kids. Fun Boy's in as well. Wow. Here we go. There's more people joining. So they were called, not about three, Mighty Orbots. Don't remember Mighty Orbots, Chris. Do you have the original masterpiece? Yes, I do. They're the only ones that I have. Outcast. It's not a. Don't worry if you haven't heard me answer it. I'll answer it. MP1 and MP5. They're the only two I've got. I didn't buy MP36, the new Megatron, because I didn't like it, and I brought an MP10, but I sold it because I didn't like it, and I had another one as well, but I preferred MP1, and I don't care whether it scales because it's huge and that's the way it should be. So I brought yeah, I've got MP1 and I've got MP5, but unfortunately they're in a box around the corner, so I still haven't got them out. $6 Million Man, Battle of the Planet, G-Force. They used to say Teenage. No, they did. I remember him saying hero, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Yes, that's correct, Hyperlink. That's exactly what they did. They cut out, that's why they changed it to Hero Turtles. And anytime Michelangelo had his nunchucks, they edited it. And I remember that massively because I was getting, I was a little bit Battle of the Planets. Voltron, Pickles. Pete's just had a moment remembering the Battle of the Planets, Robotech, G-Force. Everybody's having all like these childhood memories flash back in front of their eyes now. Oh, okay, right. That's what he meant. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm trying to think of everything else as well. MP1's brilliant. I never watched Voltron at all. Guzzy Ben's just cleared that up now. He said it instantly, but yeah, which is for, yeah, that's it. You just got it as well. I never saw Voltron. I'm got, and it's, do you know what's really weird as well? I had a phase in my in my mid-teens when I started college. I had a mad phase on manga, and you know, literally Yorotsuki Doji, Legend of the Overfield, Fist of the North Star, Guyver, obviously, all them. I had a massive mad phase on them at about 94, 95. But then for some reason, I still didn't find out about the Japanese Transformers until the mid 2000s. Akira was amazing. Like literally, I had manga t-shirts, I had loads of videos. Like I said, Fist of the North Star, Akira, Guyver, Loads of them. I can't even think. I had Street Fighter 2, the manga of that. There was quite a few. But then I didn't find out about the Japanese Transformers until at least 10 years later, which is weird. Gundam, MacGyver. Yeah, that's him. Too like, which is really, really weird. And the other annoying thing is as well that and when I went with my one of my jobs with Epson, which obviously is a printer make. I went to Japan for 32 days. I went over there to learn a new model and to bring it over to this country. So I was sent over there to learn it, and we were in Japan for a full 32 days. And I didn't even go to any toy shops or anything like that. And if I'd have gone in and find them there, and that was in the year 2000, so if I'd have found them then, I probably would have brought them all. Could have brought like a few blue Bacchuses and Black Shadow and stuff and saved them all till now. Which, because they're just insane now. No, I didn't like GoBots. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not just saying that at all. I say that with Action Force. Right, there's 30 odd of you in there. Let me just quickly do this. In fact, no, I'll wait until an hour. I'll wait till an hour, then I'll do the draw. But yeah, it's not all the things. It's really weird that in my life where I thought, how have I missed that? How have I missed that? I know UK Collector, if he was in the chat, he used to go to all the auto assemblies and he used to see all the Japanese figures and just walk straight past them. And I must have definitely done that. Ron was the first one that was transgender. Do you remember pole position with the cool cars? Yes, of course I do. Mask was Ken's way of directly. Yes, it was. Worshiping in the Jeep Bumblebee. I'm trying to find one for my girlfriend Jeep. Is that the... Let me think. The Jeep. Is that the one from the Bumblebee movie? It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I've done a video on it. If you're Outcast, if you just type, just go to Studio Series Bumblebee in the playlist, and you'll see all there's 2 videos of him, and he's brilliant. And it's one of my favourite Studio Series figures. I'm just waiting for all the chat to catch up on here. That's how far behind I am. They should do a crossover. Now I would be happy with a Transformers in a Mask crossover. I am not happy, as I keep saying, I'm not happy at all with a G.I. Joe, but I'm not going to say any more than that. What else was I talking about then? Yeah, definitely that, but the Jeep is brilliant. That's what somebody just asked. Yeah, there it is. I'll see if I can find you one, buddy. Outcast. Brandon, Studio Series Brandon, where are you in the chat? Oh, it's not here. I was going to pick it up and say, what number is it? What Studio Series is it? And then he'd tell you what number it is to go searching for it straight away. If he's still there, hopefully he's listening right now, because I can't search for that. But it's from the Studio Series Bumblebee movie. And I can see how that would make sense. I'm hoping for the Knight Ride. I can't believe they've not done a Knight Rider crossover. Jason the Wheel Warrior is the greatest cartoon. I love Jason the Wheel Warriors, but Ulysses is just as good as it. But to be fair, Bucky O'Hare, which is a little bit later, Bucky O'Hare had one of the best intros to any cartoon, I think, ever. I love the intro to Bucky O'Hare. I believe it's 57. There we go. Outcast. Google or search for Studio Series 57. Brandon, I hope you got it right, because we're giving people information here. Yeah, it looks just way too much. And it is Studio Series. I saw them, but I didn't buy it. You know you love it. Great. Right, where are we? Duckula was amazing. Bucky O'Hare. The theme tune was amazing. I loved Bucky O'Hare. I can still sing it word for word. No, before Ben says anything. Not at all. No. Not going to be doing that. I'm going to now, because we've been going. In fact, it says 59:03. So when it gets to an hour, because there's over 30 people in here. That's true. I'm going to do the draw for this figure here, which is good. This is just for, if people are wondering here, this at the moment, unfortunately, is just for channel members. So that's for the people who've got the stars on their name. Again, just because there's too many people at the moment that I couldn't do for everybody for obvious reasons. But I'm going to be pressing it in a few seconds, and then I can contact you all after that. Other good theme tunes, reasonable, but again, we're getting a bit later now. We're getting into the 90s. Killer Tomatoes wasn't too bad. That was quite funny. I'm trying to think of other ones. Princess of Alex, I had a bunch of Transformers Star Wars toys. I didn't buy any of them. I didn't buy any of the Star Wars crossovers. Good luck, channel members. Would you mind panning around to show off your collection? Give me 2 seconds, Titan, and I will do it just after I've done this. So let's see who's going to get the RC Studio Series Core Class figure. It's going to tell us... Who's that? Duke Nukem. I think he's actually in the chat, actually. I'm going to have to send that to him. Perfect. Anyway, he's won. Duke, I'm not going to say your real name. If you're on there, perfect. You've got that. Right, who wanted to see the collection? So bear with me. It's still not done. It's still not how I want it to be. So if we go through here, I see I've got no light. So we've got 84 and 85 Autobots there. Yeah, Gigawatts class, but imagine how good they could do a Knight Rider one. There's Prime's. Prime's got his own shelf. And then we've got some, look how that's falling back there. See how that's going back there? This whole one here was nearly falling forward the other day. Then we've got 85. Then we've got 87. And then we got Master Force shelf. Then we got Headmasters, Zone, and Operation Combination. Newer figures are all there. That's the Prime Wars trilogy. Why is it that much? That is crazy. Right, I'm going to keep an eye out for that for you, buddy. Then we've got Europeans. Yeah, but the problem, I'll tell you in a minute, Pete, about it. I was going to do a video, but I didn't have time because my heart was in my mouth and I was actually cacking myself. I came in here the other day, and one of them, typically the Master Force one, the A-Team crossover's got to be done. Just use the Binaltech skids. Use the Binaltech skids truck and then that's the A-Team. That's what they should do. Honestly, and it was hanging down. It was nearly falling over now. And instead of filming it, I just quickly panicked and pulled everything off the shelf, and I've wedged it underneath with something. But I don't know. I need to sort something out properly. What was I talking about then? Yeah, that could easily be Binaltech skids. There's your A-Team van. Honestly, I can't swear, can I? I don't swear. Wow, Outcast has joined. Thanks ever so much, guys. This is amazing. Outcast, what I need you to do you have my Instagram? My Instagram is, in fact, answer if you've got Instagram first. If you haven't, there's no point me giving it you. And then I'll get you on our Discord. And then what that means is we've got, like I said in that other video that we did, we've got I think I do. Perfect. Send me a message. I'll send you the link. We've got Airwolf crossovers. Whirl. Perfect. Easy. Where's that one gone? I mean, that's just street talk already, isn't it? That's street talk there without even doing anything. What was I saying, Outcast? And then I'll get you. We've got yeah, but what was I saying? We've got an area in the Discord where it's called Most Wanted, and we all help each other find figures. And again, loads of people in the chat here with the circles and the stars will completely agree with, I'm not just saying that to try and get people to be channel members, but the people in there right now will completely verify that for me, that the amount of times people are like, I found this, I found that, and then we tag that person for them. That's just one of the little perks that is for channel members that we do it. Nightboat from The Simpsons, they could use the evac figure for Airwolf. Yes, they could. That would be good. That would be really good. So yes, please, I'll sort that out in a bit. I've got the Ulysses theme tune in my head now. So yes, we've got A-Team of Skids van. We've got Animated Prowl is Street Hawk. Airwolf is what Princeton just said. What else could we do? Bigfoot. Could we do a Bigfoot? I don't know. I don't know if we need a Bigfoot, to be honest. I can't think. I'm just looking around at some of the things. Russ got me my Motormaster. Thank you for chipping in, Springus. I did. I got you your Motormaster and sent it over to you. That's the best thing about this community. As I say, we help each other out. It's good. It's hard to keep it going. Yeah, a monster truck, but I don't think we got one, have we? I don't think we've got a monster truck for Bigfoot. I can't think. I didn't mean the Sasquatch. Sharky, George. This one. There you go. Bigfoot out of a mudslinger. That's a good point, actually. Mudslinger. Yep. Can't think. I'm just looking around at a few of them now. Battlestar Galactica. Wow. Cylons. That was Knight Rider, wasn't it? Really went in space. I've seen them. I'll wait for the TF Nation. I have no luck there. It's free anyway. Well, your Discord's for you now because you've joined, buddy. But I'll send you the link anyway. Jump on board with us all anyway. Don't feel, that's one of the perks that I will send you for just becoming a member. So I appreciate that massively. So that's just something, as I say, that we'll do. TF Nation's going to be brilliant. I can't wait for that. It's going to be. I'm still only going to do the Saturday this year. I'm not doing the weekend. I don't think that I need to. Surely Thunderbird crossovers would be with Thunderbirds. Didn't even think of that. I can't think of anything else. It's got to be, Jurassic Park, I think, was the biggest one for me. That's the one that surprised me the most. I was really impressed with, not the price. I was really impressed with the idea behind that. In-demand toys are coming. Yes, they are. I'm going to be meeting there. I just thought, what was the other one? Starfleet. Starfleet was just Diaclone though, wasn't it, basically? I'm sure Starfleet was Diaclone. Outcast, I'll meet you there. When are you going? What day are you going? I'm taking a lot to finishing over the 4 weekend on it. Brandon, what are you going? Oh yeah, you're going for it all, aren't you? Outcast, which day are you going? Because I'm going to be there just on the Saturday. I'll quite happily meet up with anybody if they want to, and then we can all go in together. That's what I ended up doing the last one I went to. Just went in all together. It was the one with the red ships that all combined into one. Fung Boy, I'll be there on Saturday, so make sure you come and say hello as well then. There's loads of people who I want to see and meet in person. And then in a few years' time, when my kids are over, DIX, there you go. I just want to do it SDCC. There you go, that's fine. Doing a crossover with the Black Hole movie robot figures would be good. That could be fun. All right, I'm up to date on here. There's all the things. There was a video tube, I watched it about a few months ago. If you ever do a Knight Rider, could get a twofer with the evil car voice for Pit Colonels. They could. Jurassic Park craft. I think they're really impressive. I think they're very expensive. It's annoying how expensive they are, to be honest. Really expensive for exactly what they are. As I say, they're not that good. No, well, they're good toys. I like the toys, but I think it's too much. I'll do that, no problem. Remind me closer to the time, exactly like I did for Ed, for Vaults of Icon. I got this one as well. I got that one from Andrew Wildman. That's just, look how good that is. You can't see it because I've got no light in this room. That's a print from him and he signed it at the bottom there. But it's all about that book. I think a load of you brought that book because I did that video on it, the Andrew Wildman book. That was so good. Spring us, no problem. I'm sure he's there. If there's anything you want me to sign in particular of yours, because we've got more than enough time, I'll give you my address. You can mail it to me, and then I can take it to him to sign specific. Or if you just want me to get anything there, then that's obviously up to you. Yeah, we could do that. I think so. Yeah, Zords. I can't think, but yeah, if that's what you want. If you want me to sign something of yours, or just get something there signed and bring it and then send it you, let me know. Happy to do that. Of course I am. Lobster World, any records? Okay, any records, perfect. I can get that, no worries. Simon Fairman will be there as well. Do you want anything from him? He's there. He's there all the time now. He's going to get sick of me because I'm always buying stuff off Really 5,000. He'll love me, obviously. They do have the Power Rangers. And couldn't you make... All you got to do is take the wings off Deathsaurus or Desaurus, or whatever you want to call him, and then you've got the the White Ranger's dragon or whatever it was. Or was it the Green Ranger's dragon? Just take the wings off. The Deathsaurus, and there you've got that. Power Rangers, they're just Transformers as well, aren't they? Of course they are when they all combine to one. I will send my first Wreckers book for Simon then. If you get perfect, if you want to, I'm sure he's there. I'll just check that he's there. I know he's at TF UK Con next year, which is when I brought, because that's where I brought all these off him, the G2 comics, so the one I just went to. But yeah, I'll get them signed, no problem, and then ship them back to you. No worries whatsoever. And that applies to anybody on here. If there's anything that you guys want me to get, give me a shout. Or give us who are in the chat a shout. We can all help out as much as we want. Dino Riders using the Dino Riders is a good one. Ninja Falcon Megazord is Predaking remoulded. I don't remember that. I don't think I watched Power Rangers that long. I think I watched a few seasons of it because I was a bit old for it by then, but I still watched it because it was funny. Dino Riders crossovers would be epic. Sludge for Denver the last. No, not Denver. Why couldn't he be used for an American Tail? Was that what it was called? With what was his name? Littlefoot. Littlefoot. That could be Sludge. Was it called an American Tail? No, it wasn't an American Tail. The one with the dinosaur in. It wasn't The Land Before Time either, was it? I can't think. You know which one I'm on, right? The cartoon. It was The Land Before Time. See, there you go. That's what Studio Series Sludge can be. In fact, no, it'd have to be core class, wouldn't it? It'd have to be the baby. It'd have to be the baby. I've got him somewhere. Where's he gone? I don't know where he's gone. He's gone somewhere. American Tail was mice. Yeah, that was Fievel Goes West. Denver the Last Dinosaur. Denver the Last Dinosaur could be could be Zor, the tape, because that's a little dinosaur. But if anybody's new to Ben in the chat, Ben comes out with more random things than me. How much are they? I've not booked mine yet. How much is it? Outcast, I'm only going on Saturday. That would be really, I mean, let's be honest, I'm surprised they haven't jumped on the Fast and the Furious bandwagon yet, because that's what, Transformer cars are. That's it, just turn them into a robot. They could easily do that, easily. I don't know why they don't. Outcast, how much is a Saturday ticket? I've not booked mine yet, but are you going to scare me? 45. Oh, you don't want 10:30 admission, because I'm reminded of dinosaurs. Because the queue's that big, you won't get in at 10:30 anyway, because I speak from experience from last week. Oh, wow, 80 if you want early admission. Yeah, I'm not spending that much. I'm not spending that much. No way. Okay. There you go then. That's crazy. It was a good day though. It really was a good day, but that's a lot of money. That really is a sensational amount of money just to get in. You're at the hotel. There you go, Fung Boy. Brandon's at the hotel as well. And half of Transformers, the show's at the hotel as well. So I'm only 40 minutes from Birmingham, so I'm just going to drive down. And I can't afford to take the Friday off work either to go there and spend more money than when I'm not earning any. So I'll be there just on the Saturday. Because they haven't even put the full lineup yet, have they? There you go, Bayverse. You can meet up with Fung Boy. If you're there for the whole weekend, you might as well. Amazing. Who's commented that? Kids under 6. I might take my little boy, but it might be too much for him. Because I'll get there and I'll spend the whole day there. And I'll just probably be meeting loads of people, which is what I want to do. So I don't know, we'll see. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. It's true. It's true. But the other thing as well, Outcast, is you're obviously hoping that it's there. There's no guarantee it's there. That's why I'm really lucky that I don't need to get in there early, because there's nothing massively. Oh, I'm saying that now, and they're going to have a Fire Guts Jinrai, and I'm going to have missed out on it because I didn't go in early. But no, there's nothing really that I actually want, so I'm all right. Yeah, we're tiny. We're really, it's so funny. I mean, you can literally fit, I think you can fit the entirety of England and Scotland in Florida, never mind England. England's not that big, not compared to the US anyway, to us. If you've got to drive from Newcastle to Dover, then you don't want to do that because that's a long day. You said this before, Ben, so I'm going to let you say that one again. That would be funny. But yeah, we are incredibly small, obviously, in relation to the rest of the world. And of course, anyone in Australia who's on here from, that's an insanely big country as well. We're really lucky. What other crossovers can we think of then? Because Ben's just coming out with some more than random ones now. Let's see if we can beat him. Can't think of the ones he's put up. Are you going to conventions to Gainesville? Going to be honest, going to the conventions it's because I'm not going to walk around in a Toys R Us top. I'm just little old me. If people, like they did last time, said hello, that's really nice. It's great, obviously, but I'm going there because I just enjoy it. Just oh, that's a great idea. That's a good one. Just again, just for the experience and just to see what's there. Funnily enough, we just harped on about the price a minute ago. That was the main reason why I didn't go in the first place, because of how expensive it was. And I used to, exactly what Outcast has just joked at then, I used to think, well, I don't want to spend that much money. I know you are, don't worry, it's fine. I used to just think, well, I'd rather spend that on a figure than walking around. But yeah, if I get any extra subscribers from it, it's always a bonus, isn't it? It's always a bonus. But yeah, that's Fort Max was the Enterprise in that comic, was it? Oh yeah, they did that, and they did a Blade crossover, didn't they? They did a Terminator crossover. That was in the comic. How did that work out? Ben, did you read that? What was the IDW Transformers Terminator crossover like? That's a strange one. Imagine if they did that. I'm not too sure. Brace series crossovers. They did loads, I think. The Terminator one was awesome. Yeah, the Mystery Machine would definitely work. Mystery Machine could be the new Wheeljack, of course. The new Wheeljack mould would be Scooby-Doo, because it's a Volkswagen, isn't it? So that would actually work. That's what's surprising. We haven't seen that yet. So that's just the whole of the United Kingdom is literally only 1.7 times bigger than just your little area. That's crazy. Sonic Bomber. Oh, Sonic Bomber's on a shelf over there. I was thinking he was there, but he's too far away. I know what you meant, Princeton. And the United Kingdom for us is huge. Air Razor is Pigeon Street. Yes. Die Atlas. You got me going on Pigeon Street then. I was going to say long distance. Clara could be Optimus Prime. Obviously the truck that she's in. I'd love to see RoboCop crossover. How would they do that? What would they do? Ed 209. Yeah, if they made a Transformer in Ed 209, but what would be Ed 209's thing? Who would Ed 209 be? I don't know what it'd be. That would be interesting, because RoboCop would just be like a person, wouldn't it? I don't know. Can't think with that one. Excuse me. And in the second one, no, they didn't really have many machines, did they? It was just, that was such a good film, though. Such a good film. Other ones. RoboCop car would be good, I suppose so. Oh, the 6000 SUX. Ed 209 could be Tankor. Right on cue. The Volvo Optimus Prime is soberly painted all black in the Knight Rider transport. I still haven't ordered the Volvo one yet. It's too expensive. It's stupid price. It's really expensive. How much is the Volvo Prime in America, guys? Guys in the chat, how much is in dollars, how much is the Volvo Prime? I can't, because it's... Did anybody order it over here in the UK as well? I want to know how much it is, and I can't remember. I'll show you how much our things are. It's insane. Hasbro Pulse. 55, there you are. $58. So about $58. We're paying the same, if not more, in pounds, which is insane. Let me see if it's going to load. Knight Rider car, Peter Collins. Yep. It's not going to load. Maybe it will. Just dropped. Yeah, there you go. It's £56. £56 in the UK, which is, so you guys are getting it for less dollars than we're getting it in pounds, and that doesn't include the 1.2 whatever it is conversion rate. That's how bad it is in the UK for prices. £56 times one point. It's not fair. And it comes with that awful cheap trailer from Wolf Cybertron. Yeah, it has. It should go up. No, they don't get the exchange rate. This is it's the same for everything. It always was when I went to, it depends which state you're in as well, correct me if I'm wrong with that. I think that people, this is what I was told, might be wrong, when I went to Florida, that people in Florida pay less sales tax than what they do in New York. That's what I was told when I was in Florida, because I was surprised how cheap everything was. Really, really cheap in Florida. I don't know. Would you buy the G1 Unicron? Yes, I'd have to. I'd have to. Sales tax varies by state. Yes, oh, that's right then. No, Canadian is. Oh, I don't know if it's the same, but I know that it's a much better. It's a much better. I'm buying a load of things from a guy in Canada at the moment, and the exchange rate for me to buy from him in Canadian dollars is way better than pounds. That's why I'm buying stuff from him, because it's so much cheaper. So for me, it's going to be really. It's way better for me. Some states don't have sales tax. See, we get 20% minimum on everything. Yeah, and Australian dollars as well. That's why I've got Crasher and Thingy so cheap. It's weird, isn't it? But that just shows how big your country is. The fact that it's all different across the whole of it. That it is literally different depending on where you are. That's madness. We still haven't got any Walmarts over here either. We need a Walmart and we need a Target, because to stop us paying import prices on everything, because that's the only way we get the buzzworthy stuff. The import's nuts. That's mental. So I presume, Craig, that you go to your next county for big purchases like electrical products and stuff like that, because of course it makes a difference. If it's just food, it's still a little bit, but obviously 2.5% on something big is ace. No, it used to be ages ago, Guzzy. It's nothing to do with Asda now. It hasn't been anything to do with Asda in years now. I thought it was as well, but it's not. And everybody said that Sainsbury's was thingy, but it's not either. They're all completely independent. That's it, Fungboy, you're right. I can't remember how long ago it was they quit, but they quit ages ago, and it was good because we could get everything. Only an extra 1%, that's not too bad. But again, unless you're buying a house, if you're buying a house, that 1%'s not very nice. It's obviously a huge thing up on that. Yes, we've got loads of different taxes, to be honest. Is that just like, I think it's called council tax over here, which is that a monthly payment that you have to pay? Chris, we're so lucky with Smiths. We never had anything like that in this country. I've moaned about it loads of times in the past, and it was true that we didn't used to get anything. We'd just be completely left out. But now all of a sudden, Smiths for us is really good. I can't argue with it. I can't fault it. It's really good, and they keep it, as you've seen in the little shorts that I've done. It's a bit like one of my bookcases. It's, you know, stacked top to bottom. The only problem that we do get is sometimes that we get stuck with things for ages. Yeah, we get taxed just for watching TV. That doesn't include, so that's not like your pay-per-view channels or your subscriptions like your Netflix or your things. We have to pay just to have a TV. Is it £13 a month? What's my TV license? 4,100 USD per year. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, so it's called council tax over here, and yeah, it's expensive as well. And they say it's for lots of other things, but it's really expensive. But as Guzzy just said, we have to pay. Is it 100? It's about 130, 140 pound a year just to have a TV on. So never mind any of the channels. If you want to buy Netflix, you got to buy that. If you want to buy Sky, ESPN, any of the other things that, you know, are subscription, that's an additional cost. Armada Megatron shoulders. You see, it doesn't bother me. He's literally here. But I suppose it is, if we're being picky, and we're allowed to be picky, it's frustrating that they don't clip in. They come down and they rest in place, but they don't fix. So they do move around. However, that's it. It's not too bad. And the BBC gets it and you still have to pay even if you never. That's true. It's true. So I like it. But the biggest thing that shocked me about this is how much smaller he is compared to the original. Like, loads smaller. That's what surprised me. And then I suppose the other annoying thing is I don't even know how to press the button on it. But I know that this one's got a voice box and everything, which of course that one hasn't. I need to learn more about this. I don't know anything about it. I need to do a video on it. No mini-cut. No, that's it. I think the Armada Megatron is virtually flawless, even including the shoulders. It is a good figure. It's very good. But I know that everybody who's commented on my video, what about the shoulders? Because it doesn't hold, but it doesn't take anything away. And I'm hoping for Galvatron they sort. Since we have Shadow Strip, yes, they are. They've pretty much confirmed that, Guzzy. I've got a Shadow Strip, which is funny. 86 Sludge. Wow, they're shelf warmers. It is weird. As I say, the biggest, obviously, shock that we've discussed loads on this channel. Thanks for jumping in, Springus. Appreciate it. Is obviously was Cosmos. Cosmos for us was a shelf warmer for ages. That's the biggest crazy fact that's not said to annoy you guys and wind you up. It's true. It was a shelf warmer here for ages. There was so many in my Smiths at one point. That's why I was sending them all over. And yet over here, there's other ones that we just don't see. It's nuts. It's totally nuts. Yeah, you can still get Prime Masters. Hasbro's distribution is terrible. It's why I gave up on modern. In the Entertainer, they've still got Prime Masters. Definitely, they've got the little ones. And they've got, I can't think what else they've got. See, this is why I'm liking the new Legacy stuff, because I don't know anything about Armada Megatron. Loads of people can't believe that. It's nuts, but we did. I shipped 7 or 8 over to America in the time that he was available on here. Shame he didn't ask about anything. We're selling fast at ours, but then they got, well, that's it, Retro Movie Starscream in abundance. Do you know what? No one can find that over here. Colin, who's normally on here, Magnum Prime's after one of them as well. And yet you're saying they're just shelf warming. It's crazy. You only just got your Cosmos. As I say, I literally was giving them away to people. Visited Smiths? No. That's crazy. Could you not get him on? Because obviously you're UK based then. Could you not get him online? Because he was online forever. Sorry, excuse me. That's really strange. And that's nuts about the Cosmos. The Starscream, it's a shame bloody Magnum Prime's not on here now because he's after one of them, definitely. There are the retro Starscreams. Well, hyperlink, obviously you're in our Discord. Oh, there you go. So Ben, I was going to say, Ben might want one. Okay. Hyperlink, might put a message in the most wanted, just in case anybody wants one on the Discord, because I'm pretty sure there's a few of the people on the chat who want them. I thought you must have been with a surname like Campbell, not that I like to stereotype at all. Do you think? I don't know. I don't know if he'll be a thingy. I don't know if he'll be a reissue, because I think they'd have done him already. I know, funnily enough, you can get him from Takara's website, can't you? I've still got my upgrade kit somebody sent me to do a video on as well for that, or gap filler kit, shall we say. There are tons of retro Starscreams in the Walmart. See, everybody keeps saying this. That's nuts. Need to keep an eye on that. Takara Japanese. Yes, there's a Takara. They reissued. I did a video on it last week or the week before. Takara and the Shadow Strip and Crasher and Galaxy Shuttle. They're all going up on thingy. It's not the Nest variant. If she wants the yellow one, tough. Yeah, that's it, innit? Bubble and Squeak Toys. There you go. Someone check that out. Oh, I'd love the Galaxy. That's who I sent to Princeton. Princeton, who's in the chat. I sent Princeton a Galaxy Shuttle because Galaxy Shuttle's shelf warmed over here for so long, and he went onto clearance in game. And that's when I shipped over to America as well. Another one, Galaxy Shuttle. He's it's not, again, distribution and in interest. I think I think Galaxy Shuttle was a bit of a niche, and I don't know. There's people in the UK who still don't even know anything about Transformers from Japan, so I think it was a bit an oversight that they did that and didn't put them everywhere else. Cosmos wasn't hard for me to find. Oh, that's crazy. Chris found them as well. Can't believe we've been going an hour and a half already, guys. This is nuts. Buzzworthy Bumblebee Origins is now in demand. That went out for ages, and now loads of people wanted that as well, didn't they? Which is nuts. Galaxy Shuttle was a big letdown, as in a price going up. I liked Galaxy Shuttle. No way. Again, it's just weird how they all appear. I'm just catching up with all this again. Too much chat going on there. Wonder where everybody else is. People are dropping. People must be going to bed. It's late though. It's late in the UK now. You're going to stay up a bit later, then go stay up and have a chat with us. Anybody know where Phil is? Where are Phil and Magnum and UK Collector and all that? They know that we're on. I'm sure they'll pop in a minute. I didn't get Galaxy Shuttle either. Didn't get that one at all. That's what we should discuss. What are the figures that people want the most? What's what people actually want? Do we want more Japanese figures? Do we want more Armada figures? Do you want RID? I don't even know. I've got an idea of a short to make for the base. I haven't even opened what is it? The something Odyssey pack, which is the countdown. I've not even opened mine yet. It's still sitting in a box. Is that any good? The War for Cybertron one. You always want more fembots, because is there any more to go? I don't even know. More normal and Japanese Beast Wars. I need to watch that, Ben. I know you've told me a few times to watch that. I want even more Armada. Did you not get I've forgotten his name. Which was the yellow one? Was it Hotshot, the yellow one? Did you get Hotshot Outcast? Ah, that's when it's going to come out. I've got as I say, I've not even opened mine. That went to, what's it called? TK Maxx on a huge sale, didn't it? The Galactic Odyssey thing went to TK Maxx for like, I think it was £15 or something stupid. I know loads of people were picking them up. I missed out on the original Siege green light. The only way I got a green light was just because I brought a full Orthia, but that cost me, like yourself, it cost me an arm and a leg. But I'm not too fussed, because once you get it, and that's it. And they're not going to make any more of them, so it's only going to get rarer and rarer. So that's exactly why I got that one. But again, that's because obviously you guys follow the channel now quite a bit. If you look at the time difference that it takes for us to get anything, literally that Jurassic Park set on Amazon only came available yesterday when I put it up on there, but it was available in the US for as soon as they announced it, well over a week ago. And it's the same with the other two twin packs, the Megatron and the Rat-Bat, the Senator Megatron and that. But we just take two. It's weird because sometimes they take forever to appear, and then afterwards is Titan Guardian Robot. I haven't opened any more since Earthrise line. Will you, so devoid, once you've remodeled the house and got your collection room, will you open them and put them all up? No, I wish they would. Green light costs $200 only. You'd have to get Orthia, which costs $250. It's nuts. I want to know if are you going to open them all up when you've got the room done? That's what would be really, really interesting. Let us know if you do, because I would love to still be able to collect new figures minting boxes. I love the boxes. I think the box art's brilliant, and especially, funnily enough, as someone's just mentioned, this one. That's a really nice box to display, but just the space, isn't it? And even if you put it on the side, it's not as good. It's nice that you've got the art of each figure on each side, but I've got loads of, I've knocked everything over. Toys R Us, definitely. I'm building a collection. Can't wait to see that. The G.I. Joe's, the Hotline. I've heard that. I've heard that in America, G.I. Joe's huge. Because didn't the HasLab like make its quota in the first day? I'm sure it did. I'm sure HasLab did quota in the first day. I've got the clear one. I've got the clear version of Sideburn. I did a video on that, to be fair. But we know we're going to get Sideburn. There's way more. There's loads. There's convention ones. There's a pink one. There's a purple one and a yellow one as well. Use of that mold, which was another convention exclusive, which fingers crossed. Paul's got saved for me. Paul at the Space Bridge has got them saved for me. Does anyone know who's Humpty Dumpty Toys? I've never heard of it. I'll have a look for you while we're chatting. Where on earth did you find Humpty Dumpty Toys? Is that the UK? Never heard of Humpty Dumpty Toys. Let's see. While we're on here together, let's see if we can find it. Humpty Dumpty Toys. I think you can check on Google, can't you? You can say, is this a legit? No, that just brings up Humpty Dumpty. There was another one as well, though. Is that not the BotCon one? The other convention that wasn't a BotCon. I can't think what that is. I need to get it. Belongs to all the kings. Ben, now we need a serious answer. There's that set. It's from what's the other convention? It wasn't a BotCon one. It was the other one. I can't think what it was called. It was the other one, and that's where they're from. There was only a small one, and again they had their own. Sorry, some messages that come on the top of that. Go, oh, what happened there? That's what happens when you get too many messages coming through on my phone. I believe the current designers are the best. I completely agree with you, Princeton, and I'm really glad that people think that, because I think it's weird how you hear some people just completely slag them off, and it's so annoying. And I just think because yes, it was retro. It was way back in 2003. I can't think what it was because Paul from the Space Bridge has got them saved for me. He's got the figures literally saved for me. It wasn't called a BotCon. It was a spin-off to BotCon somewhere in America, and they used that mold. And they were, because if I could get to my phone, which typically I'm talking on now, I'd be able to show you. Yeah, there was a full set of toys. Which toys are you talking about? There was another convention in the States. It wasn't BotCon. It was something else con, and they had their own set of toys. And they also did. They used the Sideburn molds. That's it. Is it OFTC? It might be that. See, let's have a look. TF Wiki. OFTC, because I've got the figures. Where are we? You're right. Is this it? This is it. That's it. There it is. I can't think that's it. I don't actually. Is it that one? Where's the toys? No. This is something. There's something else as well. It came after BotCon. There was something else as well. This isn't the one that I was thinking of. Purely, I don't know. Maybe it is. Because I'm trying to find the toys that were available, and they definitely used a different. Here we go. Merchandise, convention exclusive toys. I can't find it. No, there's another one. Shadow Strike Unreal OFT's 2003. Maybe that's it. That might be the one I'm thinking about. Hyperlink 2003. There you go. That's the one. This is the one. Retro Action. This is. Where's it gone? Roulette. I've got this on hold. This is one of the ones I need to pay for. Which is, there you go. There's the silver one. And yes, you're definitely right, guys. You're definitely right. It's the what's it called? OTFC. Yes, they did. They did exactly that. I'm just looking at the toys right now. They did, and I've got them saved. That's the other ones that I was missing. That's the ones. There they are. Sideswiping. You're exactly right. It's crazy. That's it. At least we all know what we're on about. Perfect, we've managed to find that. I need to go back onto this. And wow, we've been going 100 minutes already. So what we're looking at, roulette, probably about another, yeah, we'll round it off up to about 2 hours, I think. So that kind of had some fun collectible plates as well. That's the other rabbit hole that I'm in as well. Yeah, that's some other ones. I've got them on the way, Ben. The exclusive figures that I'm trying to narrow down. Probably one of the oddest TF items I have. Roulette and Shadow Strike, as opposed to have his sister, which got killed. I'd love to see. That's it. You're right, Guzzy. I knew you'd know about them because they're fembots. But it's really hard finding the BotCon figures because, again, some of them they only made 2,000 of. I've got the BotCon guidebook with all the figures, which is a brilliant guidebook, to be fair. And that literally has got all the figures in. But then the problem you've got with that is it tells you how many of them were made. I like that Carl Brothers translucent 3-pack. I've got that, Chris. I've literally got that. I don't know if you want to see them. I can run and grab them in a second. The translucent ones are brilliant. They're really, really good, but they're really scary to transform. The sideburn mold's more than difficult enough as it is, never mind with it being translucent plastic. I completely chickened out, and I just transformed the normal sideburn for the video, for the transformation process. I transformed the figure for the video, but not for the transformation process video. I completely chickened out of that one. Didn't want to run the risk of damaging it. With it being translucent plastic, although because my luck with translucent plastic and newer figures is useless. X-War machines, I didn't even open mine. Mine's still in the box there, so I've got, well, they're opened obviously because I've done a video on them. That's what I want to do as well. I want to put right, that's a great question, Princeton. So at the moment, obviously, I'm moving on to the South American mini bots, unfortunately. As well as the newer stuff, obviously. I'm talking about older figures. I'm quite lucky with the fact that I'm not solely driven to get all the RID, to get the what are they called, the Unicron trilogy. I might pick up a few, like for instance, I'm going to try and pick up a Strong Arm purely because there's a newer version coming out. So that's the only thing I can see me doing. The Transformers Prime figures, I did have all of them, but I only had them sealed, so I didn't have any loose. So because I've sold most of them, I've brought a few back loose, just again to do a few of the videos with. So I'm quite lucky. So I think unless it's something completely crazy like there is, believe it or not, but again, it could be one of them things that I'll never ever get or never ever see. There's a Yugoslavian Optimus Prime. I'd love to get one of them. With regards to actually things that are on my radar that I definitely want, there's, funny enough, there's the clear black Hot Rod, or Rodimus as he is from eHobby. They're mainly only eHobby figures that I want. Yeah, it's true. I just want a couple of eHobbies. I want, no, I've got a couple of Machine Wars, but it doesn't interest me. I want Fire Guts Jinrai, I want Ghost Starscream, and I want the black eHobby Rodimus, and I think that's pretty much it for eHobby. In honesty, I think that I've got them all. eHobby Road Rage, I've got an original, so I didn't bother with the eHobby. Ragu Overlords jumped in, which is perfect. Here's Adam, it's okay, no worries. I was just typically about to go and then loads of you jumped on. We had it up to 35 and everyone's jumped down, but Adam, it's great to have you on here. It's great to have everybody on here, to be honest. I'll stay on for a bit longer now. Do you have any of the Robot Masters? Only just a couple again that I've picked up. All the ones which, funnily enough, that I didn't really know what they were. They're in a giant box in the loft. Like I've got a few Armada figures in there. That's where that Megatron come from, because I knew that at some point I'd get around to sorting it. And I've got that silly one with Soundwave where Laserbeak's the guitar. I've got that one as well. But just a few of the random figures I've never seen. I've got the Reverse Convoy. I love the Reverse Convoy. I like things that just, I suppose, like if it's going to be something that, a toy line that I'm not huge on, I want it to be one that exactly like that. I've seen the Star Saber and Victory Leo. I think I've got them actually. They're the two that I do have. And of course I've put the Reverse Convoy. Wow, thank you, Crackers. Thank you very much. He's jumped on first chance. What's your favourite non-G1 figure? That's a fantastic figure. I totally agree. I'm buying a few figures that interest me. I will select. This is going too fast now, guys. This is class. Everybody's jumped on. I need to send a message to Cracklist. Thank you ever so much. I need to give him interest, the link to the Discord. What, any plans to get Masterpiece? I've got it. See ya. I did a video on it ages ago. He's there. He's there. He's huge. He's absolutely huge. Yeah, he's brilliant, to be fair. I need to do the transformation process video on him because he took half a day. But he's good. He's definitely worth having. I know I shouldn't really say this. I'm enjoying him. I'm enjoying, as I say, what did I see? Boxed action, loads of them, because loads of boxed action masters. There's the figures, and then here's the sealed ones. So yeah, quite a few. Well, you live in the UK, buddy. I'll meet you at TF Nation. You never know. What was I saying? Yes, Adam, it's good, but as I say, the silly thing is, Magic Square are doing my head in because they're too complicated. New Age of fun, but not as much fun as these. And these, funnily enough, Adam, are the only ones that you don't collect, and they're brilliant. The Doctor Who, I'm loving the Doctor Who ones. But at the same hand, I'm having such a great time collecting mainline. I mean, look at that. Brilliant. Brilliant. What's the yellow one? What's that? I don't know what you're asking. What's the yellow one? What's that mean? I don't know what they're saying. Out of all War for Cybertron figures, which ones are your favourites? That's a great question. Now, let me think. Which one? Do you know what? I tell you what, the one that I really liked, I think they call him Skytread now, but because it's flywheels, and because I'd never seen an updated version of flywheels at all. So when I saw that, and funnily enough, and everybody laughs at this, and it's totally true, I wasn't going to collect War for Cybertron because in my mind I'd collected enough. I was stopping after the Prime Wars trilogy, and I was literally, that was going to be it. You don't transform them. Funnily enough though, Adam, I've just finished the video on your King Gorilla, and that's pretty tricky to transform, but it's good. That's a great figure as well, to be fair. It's really, really, really good. So impressed with that. Yeah, he's Matt. That's why I've got these all here. That's been the only since the G1. I as I say, so I don't know what I was talking about. Yeah, Skytread. Flywheels. Flywheels are really, really, and I thought, oh, I'll get that. I'll pick up a few. And then they did Spinister, and then they did Crosshairs, and I was like, oh, this is not good. And then when I was buying them, I wasn't going for them all. And then we got onto Earthrise, and I wasn't buying them all. Then we got into Kingdom, and then I was getting introduced, and I was doing more videos on here, and I found that I wanted to keep up with doing the videos and doing the things on here. So I was buying things like Shattered Glass Shockwave, the yellow one. No, I don't. I've not even seen that one, I don't think. They have done that, yes. KFC have impressed me with MP Horicons for sure. It's brilliant. I tell you what, East is really, I tell you what's really funny, the fact that I found out that it's Keith's Fantasy, whatever it is. Keith's Fantasy something for KFC. That really made me laugh. Because I didn't know that. I just thought, I don't know what I thought KFC stood for, but I didn't think it stood for Keith's Fantasy Club or whatever it is. Brilliant. They're great figures. And again, thank you to you for letting me do reviews on both of them. So because I've still got Kingzilla here, I was able to stick the two next to each other and do that. But they're both gigantic. I've got the Armada Unicron. Yes, he's there. He's so small compared to the rest of the stuff. Yes, they are. Exactly. It could be anything, couldn't it? It's so funny how small the Armada Unicron is now. The Armada Unicron is, well, to be fair, the Cybertron Starscream's not bigger than the Armada Unicron. I've got them right next to each other up there. Which, you know what I mean? The whatever it was, the Mega or the Ultra Cybertron Starscream, he's bigger than the Unicron figure, way bigger. I'm looking at him right now with his crown on anyway. But then when you put them next to, he's next to Grand Maximus, the new one. Behave. Some of them are open till, oh no, it's gone midnight, hasn't it? Nearly. Got to be Deliveroo for you, Pete, isn't there? Deliveroo. What was I saying? Armored Unicron was the same size as Cybertron Metroplex. One of the Transformers HasLab will be Primus. Yeah, they've got to. I don't know. I'd love to ask that question. I'm going to definitely ask that question to them when I get a chance to speak to them again. That can it be a Primus? But again, how big's that going to be? I suppose they could redeco Unicron. They've already got the molds, haven't they? But it's different though, isn't it? I like the Primus. I've got the Primus there, funny enough, next to Starscream. It's a shame that HasLab can what? I don't know what are you saying, Ben? Retracted. It's too late now. We've read the first part of it. What did you retract? HasLab Primus, yes, but Unicron size. Unicron is too big. It's so good though. It's so good. It's easily. It's massive. I mean, as I say, you think the Titans are big. This guy is next. HasLab can't be Optimus, so they can. I don't know what that means. I don't know what he means. I'm trying to think of all the other things that are coming out. The Studio One Prime. Yes, I've seen that. Looks good. Can't do a Mega Prime. Yeah, that's the one they want to do. But there's a brilliant green deco thingy one, isn't there? That's the Studio One, I think we're on about. Princeton, that's the Studio One they did, or Studio Cell, whatever it's called. There was a Beast Machine Supreme Cheetor that was huge. I don't remember seeing that either. I missed all of the Beast Wars, Beast Machines, missed all of that. And I suppose that's the fun part again of going back and looking back at it all, isn't it? It's so funny now other people are jumping on. The good thing is that we haven't recycled anything. For the people who've been here since the beginning, even though there's loads of new people jumping on now, and we're literally 112 minutes in, we haven't recycled anything yet at all. So that's quite good, really. Don't know how we've managed to do that. Aaron Archer spoke about that on his podcast. If you have, if they recreate any more, I think again the answer to that question. Well, there's two answers now, isn't it? The first was what molds are left. And the other one is the news. I'm sure the announcement from them means that they can sell the 3D printed designs to everybody else. Fall of Cybertron Starscream was very large. Fall of Cybertron. Which one's that? No, that's tiny. Fall of Cybertron is. Do you mean the leader class ones from Combiner Wars? Because Fall of Cybertron Starscream's that big. I don't know. I don't know if we're getting mixed up or our wires crossed. Could mean the Combiner Wars ones, because the Combiner Wars ones are huge. There they are at the back. They're the leader class ones. And they're as tall, near enough, as the original. Sorry, the Combiner Wars combiners. I don't know, there's too many Starscreams. That's this one here. That's that one. Toys Russ, love watching your content. Well, that's really nice of you to jump on and say that, Devoid. Thanks. As I say, it's crazy that we haven't even repeated anything. Let me just put this back here. Yeah, that's it. That's him. That was just Cybertron, the one that won it. I don't think it wasn't Full of Cybertron. It was just Cybertron. He's bigger than that's the one that's bigger than Armada, Unicron, and Primus. Optimus is in now, so everyone else keeps jumping in. It's funny, there's people going in and out all the time, but it's good because as long as you jump in and say, don't worry about it. You've got too many toys, mate. You're allowed to make as many mistakes as you want. Because I don't know how you keep up with all of yours. And my knowledge, everyone says I've got loads, but it's still quite limited to what some people know. Some people know way more than me. Is that the Generation Starscream? No. Oh, no, they did redeco that in a red box for the Year of the Snake or something like that, did they? That was the Cybertron one. That was the Cybertron, whatever it was, Ultimate Starscream it might have been called, actually, if from the Cybertron toy line, but they did redeco it in G1 colours, put it in a red box in 2015. And the only reason I know that is because that's the year I went to New York. Yeah, Chris McFeely was such a nice guy to meet as well. Classic. Yeah, I've got that one. Yeah, that's it. They did, and the reason I know that is because I was in New York on holiday, and they had it at. I can't believe FAO Schwartz is gone. Someone told me it's gone, but they had one in FAO Schwartz, and I nearly brought it, but because it was so big, it wouldn't fit in the suitcase, so I didn't buy it. It was too big, way too big, so I didn't do it. Too big. Would have been good though. Don't get me wrong, would have been really good. But again, it's just a use of that mold that at the time I wasn't really interested in. They've done that with a lot of them. That's what that Omega Supreme is here. This Omega Supreme is they redecoed it for Fall of Cybertron in the year of the Snake box. So I had to get it because it's in his G1 colours, isn't it? I think it was somewhere into Thrilling 30. This was put into the Fall of Cybertron in Thingy. But I had to get it. Do I have Kingdom Rodimus? Yes, I do. Kingdom, to be fair, I've pretty much got all of them now. The only ones I'm missing is Protoman's. I've listened to a few of his things now. I've listened to a few more of Chris McFeely's after meeting him in person. He was lovely. There's too many out there. There's too many to listen to. That's why I can't believe that you guys, listen to me, because there's been loads of people around longer than me, before me, with more knowledge than me. So it's amazing that I've sort of managed to squeeze into that part of it. So again, I do mean it. Thanks very much for anybody who jumps on this channel and we're nearly on 8k, which is crazy. Nearly on 8,000 subs, and I've only been going 3 years and a bit. I was just reminded, still a few legacy figures I must try and pick up. Yeah, that's how you know Princeton. Bay versus, where have you been for ages, Princeton? Not Princeton, Bay versus, where have you been for ages? You can't even see my muscles in this top. Chris McFeely, I didn't even recognise him in person. Felt bad when I was actually speaking to him. But then he was really nice. Really, really nice. I did try, and I'm hopefully going to try and do an interview with him, but I don't know if that'll ever happen. He's too busy. Be nice if I could though, because again, he knows his stuff. I need to do more of them, but again, it's sitting down having the time. I love the picture of your flannels. Transformers colour scheme needs to Google search me. I've got Omega Supreme. I think that we will see Thunder Clash. Thunder Clash is we've already discussed this, haven't we? Thunder Clash is definitely a Motormaster repaint, 100%. Definitely. My girlfriend just, oh bless her, there you go, there's an extra one as well. See, that's the other reason for doing this. To tell her to come to TF Nation. Megan's jumped on as well. There you go, more people jumping on. I don't know what I was saying then. I don't know what Retro's just agreed to. Oh, the Motormaster mould, yeah. Definitely the Motormaster mould. Will 100%. Because the base mode is thingy. It's like kills me now as I finishes at 3 AM. MMC Colossus Thunder Clash, and he's amazing. See, I can't do the late nights anymore. I've got to be up super early. If you met Peter Cullen, would you say? I'd love to meet Peter Cullen, would I say? He's got to... There you go. Oh, even better. There you go. Yeah, come to England. Definitely. We'll find you a bumblebee. We'll definitely find you a yellow bumblebee before you get here. That's my mission. He sent me a mission. I'll get that done for you. Brandon can help me find that. Bayverse and Madness can help me find it. Does he? I didn't know he smoked. He's pretty cool. I'd like to meet him. I've got a Motormaster mold this Thunder Clash, but also Powermaster. No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree. He's nothing like Jinrai at all, to be honest, unfortunately, buddy. I think me and you've discussed that before. I don't think he's anything like Jinrai. Because of the legs split up, everything at the back splits up. The Jinrais never did. I'd love to meet Frank Welker. Yes, me too. Megatron's class. It's all about the baddies. Soundwave, and get him to do Soundwave properly. That would be good. Someone's going to tell me though that he's gone, and I didn't know. I can't believe we've been going 2 hours, guys. This is nuts. Absolutely nuts. What should we say? I don't know. There's more people jumping on, so we'll give it at least another 15 minutes. Chris Latter would have been amazing to have met before he passed. See, that's the thing now. The thing that we've got to remember is that, you know, as we say, you know, they're in the 40-year anniversary, and the guys who are voicing them, you know, if you had 40 years onto us, Guzzy, it's great to have had you on here, mate. Thanks very much for literally doing 2 full hours. So there you go. Bumblebee, would you recommend? Megan can't get the Jeep. I would recommend, because the robot mode's exactly the same. The robot mode, get the buzzworthy version. The robot's the same, but the buzzworthy version is the Cybertronian alt mode. So if you're displaying him in robot mode, it's no different. And I'm sure Bayverse will quickly jump in and agree with that with me. The off-road Bumblebee that she's after. Bayverse, answer the... Right, Brandon, help me with the question. What were we saying? The off-road Bumblebee that we were chatting about earlier, the robot mode is exactly the same as the buzzworthy one that was also released under the Studio series, I'm sure, wasn't it? It's just the alternate mode was different. The alternate mode was the same thing. If you're going to display them in robot mode, it's the same. I've got it in another room in there, though, so I can't run through and get that. 2 hours, no way. Excuse me, apologies. I'm running out of water. Need a protein shake. The off-road B is class. Now, is the off-road B's robot mode the same with the different thingy? Isn't doing it. Really? I thought it was going to... Brandon's been 13 times, Princeton. He'll argue with that. He'll argue with that straight away. I thought it was doing better than that. 15 times. There you go. That's nuts. 15 times. Wow. Well, that's your name, Bayverse Madness, so there you go. My lights are dying. Everything's dying. How would you think of Sound Blaster's Netflix Sound? They did it. They did it already. Oh, Netflix Soundwave. That would be all right. They would. Did it do it? I love Sound Blaster. I love all these. What? Oh, that's a great question. It's got to be Squawk Box. Obviously, Squawk Talk and Beast Box. Of course, the new ones, that would be really good. Any of Blaster's animals like Ramhorn and Steeljaw. But to be honest, saying that, I really don't like. I've got Ravage here. I don't like Ravage. And I don't really like Laserbeak. So, Simon, thanks for jumping on. Don't worry, I won't be much longer. You've been on for 2 hours, mate. Really appreciate that. The Auto Scout, someone literally brought a third-party version of that the other day. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, the problem is, like they say, Grand Slam and Rain Dance, they've done that retro action. That's it, B127, that's the one I mean. The robot mode's exactly the same, the alternate mode's slightly different. You must have got Grand Slam and Rain Dance retro. He was in that twin pack with yes, they did, with G2 Sideswipe and the other little Battle Master, whatever he was called. Was it Point Blank's gun or whatever it was, one of them two? Can I see him? I'm trying to see if I can see him on my shelf and I can pick him up and show you him. Where is it? I've got it somewhere. I've definitely got it. But yeah, they've definitely done Grand Slam and Rain Dance. Yes. I know, still on. Won't be on it only for a bit more. If you've known I've been on that long, why have you not said anything till now? That's it. That's the one. Remold and redeco of it. Clinical's jumped on now. Oh, that's why I want Squawk Box. Squawk Box would be brilliant. Because they'd have to, the colour scheme's just way out there. And can you imagine the one part being like a little monkey? Thanks for jumping on, buddy. I really appreciate that. I've been watching Armada. Do you think the train bots would work in Legacy? Good question. I think the biggest issue with the train bots is just that they are... I don't know if they are. I know that they have done with New Age. Oh, there you go. He's number 70 as well. Outcast. Google number 70. Studio Series number 70. because that's the same Bumblebee robot mode, but different alternate mode. What was I saying? What was someone saying then? I can't think. Where's my questions gone? They disappeared too fast. I've heard Spider-Man's doing good. I've heard Flash is a flop as well, to be honest. Problem is, nobody goes to the cinema anymore. Like, the only reason that Brandon's been, about the train boss, that's it. I just think outside of Japan, the trains aren't that big. Yeah, I've heard, what's it called? I've heard Flash isn't doing very well as well, to be honest. Fast 10 bombed. Where are we? Can't think. Just checking that. Yeah, the train bots would be okay. I love them. I'm completely biased, but I think trains themselves, they're not that big, are they? Yeah, that's it. All of it's the kibble. I need to see Spider-Verse. The Moon Studios I've heard are really, really good. I've heard the Super Mario Brothers video was really good as well. Legacy could do train bots with less. That would be funny if they did that. I've been really honest with my reviews of the train bots. They're not as good as I thought they'd be. I think from the front they look great, but that's about it, and that's not good enough if you're doing a masterpiece figure. From the front, I'm just looking at Shuki now, and I still think he's probably one of the best. But I said in the video of the ones with the images of Cayenne, the last one, it looks like they've sorted it out for Cayenne. There doesn't seem to be much kibble at all, but he looks quite chunky. A bit like with Legacy Snarl, he looks to be the best one. Did it? Yeah, we did all that a bit earlier. That's the only thing now we have actually started to come over. It's true, the cinemas, well, again, people, what was I going to say? You mentioned the cinema, like, I haven't been to the cinema in ages, but it was, well, you saw it because I put it on the Instagram post and people couldn't believe the price. It was £21 to go and watch Transformers, just the ticket. So again, America guys, how much is it for a cinema ticket in America? It cost £21. Don't get me wrong, it was an IMAX screen, but it still cost £21 to go and watch one film for one showing, which is insane. So what's that? $27? $27.50 for one film, one showing. That's what it cost when I went the other day. Oh my days, 8 to 12. Clinical. That couldn't have been at an IMAX, or unless you had a special thing. Because it depends where you go. I went to see $9, $17. That's crazy prices, isn't it? We still pay way more. Blitzwing Bases jumped on Outcast. We saw it in 4DX and we loved it. I wanted to do that. It was because I went to IMAX. MP and Worst of the Moon Studios nearly in unboxing. That's the thing. No one's going to display it in train mode. They're just not. I'm going to keep hold of mine until I get the fully combined one, and then I don't know, to be honest, because now I am literally running out of space. I don't want to keep something that that I don't really like the look of. Yes, definitely, we've done them. That's already cost 48. What's that? That's still expensive, isn't it? Cost 48. Oh, that's the problem with Studio Series if you miss them. But now we know, we'll keep an eye out for you. £12 each for 3 of us, plus getting there I spent nearly £100 on me and 2 kids. That's nuts, isn't it? It's nuts. We'll keep an eye out for them for you, Outcast, because you're on the channel membership now. I'll get everybody keeping an eye out for you. Even Brandon will help out as well, because that's it. We'll jump on board and help out all the channel members who want things. Well, anybody who wants them, to be honest, will help out. Right, I reckon about 10 minutes more because it's 12 and I've got work at 9. What are we looking for? We are looking for Studio Series. The Bumblebee, the off-road Bumblebee from the Bumblebee movie for Outcast, who's in the chat right now, and his girlfriend, more specifically for his girlfriend Megan, who's in the chat right now. Raiden's here look too clunky. Yeah, because they've got them extra bits that you put on. In the original one, all they put on was a weapon. In the original, oh man, I've just knocked them all over. They're just trying to replicate that. but they didn't need to put an entire half a train on what is essentially just a heel, just a weapon. Raiden, this is Raiden. I keep getting it wrong. Raiden. I've just knocked over all my train bots now. I'll have to pick them up in the morning. Damn. Yeah, so again, we'll wait to see. I've got them ordered. I've ordered them with Rody. Wow, Transformers and Video Games has jumped on. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you on here. We're okay, mate, but typically we're literally about 10 minutes left. I'm going to wind it down. As you can see in the thing, we've been going 130 minutes and everybody's dwindling away slowly because in the UK it's 10 past midnight. So, but it's great that you've jumped on board. It really is. Appreciate that. Anybody who doesn't know, check out Transformers and Video Games channel. I'm sure you probably know. And he's a lovely chap. And he not only just Transformers, he does video games, but he does amazing garage hunts, which is what we don't have in the garage sale hunts, rather, and finds amazingly cheap video games, which is insane. And I'm so jealous of him half of the time. It's well worth checking out his stuff. Brilliant bit of entertainment. And you can tell I'm nearly finished because I'm nearly out of water. Awesome. Thanks, bud. Look, I've been going that long, even my batteries are running out of my lights, which is crazy. What was that? Legacy Micromaster. Let me see what he just said. Lol. What did somebody say there? No, it's true, buddy. You know, it's true. I do genuinely enjoy watching the things that you do because it's so alien to me. And a lot of the guys in this chat right now are from the UK. And I've never seen in my 44 years of my life, Jeremy Sneed's in and out, brilliant, which is great. I've never seen anybody do a garage sale or even a driveway sale or anything like that. So it's really interesting to me. I think so. This is one. No, and ridiculous. Now I'm going to feel really bad now when I go because people are all jumping on board now, just as I'm rounding up. Nice to have you on here, Dan. He's jumped on. Yeah, we've been chatting for ages about absolutely loads and loads of everything, obviously. But yeah, it's good. It's good to have you on here as well. It was just funny to chat in. What are we going? I will do it. I'll give you about another 10 minutes or so. I was just saying to everybody, funnily enough, that these little dudes now, these have really, really fast become my sort of favourite little bit of fun time at the moment. As well as the main line, obviously. Price of international success, Russ. That's the thing. It is late. Princeton's American. You'll probably know Princeton. For anybody who doesn't know Ridiculous Badger, he's very, very active, shall we say, on the shows he Discord. Yes, Dr. Wu. He's on there, always helping me out as well, to be fair. So big thanks to him. And everybody on Shows E who's been helping me out with everything so far. It's a great everything's good at the moment. Everything's good. I can't moan about anything at all. Outcast, I'm off to Toy Doncast. There you go. Dude, see what he's got there. No, it's no problem. It's a joy, it's a pleasure, and it really is. And I say that to loads of people. I wouldn't do this if I didn't want to do it. As I say, I've been going for 2 hours and 15 minutes and just keep backwards and forth chatting to people. And if I didn't want to do it, I would say to everybody, I'm going to bed right now. But no, I'm going in a minute because I've got work at 9 and it's gone midnight. But otherwise, I'll stay on here and I'm gonna keep as active as I can. I've got really big things happening hopefully this week on the channel. I'm trying to keep up. Actually, here you go, guys. While you're on there, is it too much? Am I overkilling you if I do a review in the morning and a review in the day? Is that too much? Do you just want to keep it to 1 review a day, or what do you think of Hasbro having a habit of making great Transformers exclusive? That drives me insane, especially being in the UK. We don't have a Target or a thingy. It's after minute in the UK, isn't it? Are you going to, Fungboy, are you saying yes, it's too much, or are you saying to do 2 a day? Yeah, but that's it. Sometimes I can do 2. Sometimes I get enough time to do it. I know that, funnily enough, I know that it doesn't, my algorithm, double the pleasure. That's nice, Princeton, thanks. I know that it's really weird trying to work out the algorithms, and I've worked out that I've hindered myself. I do too many videos for you. That's nice and honest. I appreciate that. When I did the comics since the inception of #1, and because of how long they are and people to read it, oh, he wants me to do 2 a day. We'll see. And if I catch up with the backlog, maybe I'll do 2 a day, or maybe what I'll do is I'll do the normal things. What was I going to say? And then maybe double up at the weekends or something, because people have got more time. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes anyhow. And that's what I need to do then. With me, it's more about what the review of. This is the thing, you see, that I've got. That's the problem that I've pigeonholed myself. Well, not pigeonholed myself in. It's the problem that I've got. Adam, it's a great question. What he just asked, if anybody is asking, is because I review third party now, 3 different types, well, all of the ones, basically, everyone's I'm getting, mainline, movies, studio series, etc., etc. This is why I've decided to do it all, comics, news updates, because I know that, no way, Casper has just sent me a message on Discord, but I can't read it. What was I going to say? Oh, I know that, you've just nailed it there, Adam. I know that if I stick a Bayverse movie figure on, you're not going to watch it at all. And on the same hand, I know that somebody who's diehard G1's not going to watch a new one. So I think for me to do, and for this channel to be a success, I think that I definitely have to just keep doing what I'm doing and just be realistic to the fact that Casper's trying to chat to me right now. But Ridiculous Badger, if you can send her a message on Discord, because it's coming down on the top, that obviously I'm doing a stream, so I can't reply. What was I saying? So I think for the channel to grow, but I think that's also what hinders it. I think it grows slowly because some videos will do really, like this one, because it was brand new and people wanted to see it straight away. So for that, yeah, of course, exactly. That's exactly that, Pete. So I think what I've got to do is, I know that all my videos aren't everybody's taste. I know they're not anyway, because I'm just standing here with a phone and an iPad. But the ones that I say that people want to see, again, like I've got someone who's just so diehard G1, he won't watch anything else, which is fair enough. But I suppose all that really matters to me is what's going on right now, the interaction. I don't care if one person loves it and I enjoy doing it, I'll do it. And as I was saying with the comics, there was a guy who used to comment called SJH Photo. He was a guy in Canada, and he literally messaged me and he's like, can you do the letters page? Can you do the B stories and everything? I'll never stop doing the news. And I think there was only like 5 or 6 people watching. You can go back and have a look at when I started doing the comics, the views are so low, but I knew that he was watching and he'd leave about 4 or 5 comments on it. So even though it took me 20 minutes to do the video or whatever, I wasn't even, not that I don't care about getting paid, it's a bonus that I get paid, but I just kept doing it because it made him happy. Same as this, I've stayed on now. I was trying to finish it ages ago, but I'm staying on now. See, here's somebody else jumping in now. Crazy Kids, nice to have you. That's it. The news, I love doing the news because I think I'm in a lucky position now. I'm in a position, the gym I'm at now, and I know this is funny, and I know that people didn't realise that they might have thought it was an office. It's not, it's a changing room. It's literally a changing room at the gym. And because here we go, what your channel is that you always have such a variety of stuff. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I like to do then. So you've answered my question, just keep doing what I'm doing. And when somebody jumps out, or I'll be on my iPad in between a client just having a nose, and if I see it, I just literally run to the thingy and doing it. I tend to binge videos, sometimes I'm not active. Yeah, that's it, they're funny. I'll literally be, well, exactly that. I'll be talking to somebody in between clients, and then I'll grab the tripod, run to it's a changing room, takes 40 seconds, bang, done. JTF Prime is a Transformers. He obviously works. He's obviously in a really high up position. Yeah, sometimes Crazy Kids. No, he's somebody who's high up in a retail establishment because he gets the AN numbers. What was we talking about then? Yeah, the news ones. Sometimes if you have a look to my left hand side, there's a vanity mirror and a set of straighteners and a hairdryer up against the side, which sometimes you can see in the reflection coming from the camera. I don't have the guts to talk toys in public, so good on you. And the funny thing is now, my clients are so used to it, so they're like, something, I'll pick up my phone and it's so true. Do you know what? I tell you what I'll do. I'll do a short just for a crack. What I'll do is I'll do a short and I'll spin the camera around and I'll say, look, this is my office. It's not even before we did have a genuine office, a PT office, where funnily enough I uploaded the Toxitron transformation video today, but I used my old Scourge video, and that was on the black chair in the office that we had. But now the office is being subletted to somebody else, so I just do everything in the I don't do many bleeps, otherwise I would. Just don't make videos in the middle of a rep. Yeah, don't do that. What was I saying? Yes, now we haven't got an office. I have to do them all in a changing room. So I will do. That spider I was completely taken aback by that. I was like, whoa, where's that come from? And most people again would just stop rolling, but I was like, there's a spider here. And it was about that big. If anybody didn't see that, and I'm not just saying it to go and watch my video, it was the last Transformer Facts Friday video that I did. So only about 5 videos ago, not too long. This giant spider just appeared on the wall and I just carried on going and it crawled up past me. Honestly, Adam, when you catch up the videos, you'll see it, because you'll see me probably a bit like that at first. I'm not scared of spiders. How did you not catch that? But I even stopped the video, show it, and then I keep showing it. I don't know what it was, but it was massive. It wasn't a poisonous one, obviously, but it was big enough for you to be able to see, because Warren commented, he's like, whoa, I was scared of that. And then I carry on talking, and like, there's this here. It was as big as probably what that laser, the buzzsaw is, and it just started crawling off away while I carried on. And I just thought, I just kept it going. Didn't even bother stopping it. Same as if I knock a figure over and I'm like, oh, it just fell over. It doesn't matter, because everything's not perfect in the real world, is it? So, because things aren't perfect in the real world, I'll just crack on. As I say, but the one thing that if I do, again, everybody knows this, and I know we're all adults, and I know it doesn't really make a difference, but I still don't swear no matter what. In my real life, I do, obviously, not too much, but on the videos, I won't. Purely in case somebody's watching it with their kids or whatever. And sometimes it's funny when things don't happen. Should have done a monkey stomp on it. It just carried on. When I first saw it, I was a bit like, whoa. And then it just carried on crawling around. No, I don't even say that word, which I should do, because that's who he is. He is that person. He definitely is. But they should bring it back. I should definitely. If anybody's wondering and they're watching it back, we're talking about the G1 Dinobot with the horns, who's got a name which stands for molten metal, which is where they got his name from, obviously. I'll have to jump back and see what clinical's saying in a minute. I think, not clinical, sorry. It is a mining term. I came back from miners. That's good. Say it. No, not yet. I did actually earlier. I don't know if it's good or bad or crazy, but either way, I'm me. That's true, actually, yeah. That was one of the two G1 Dinobots I had, him and Grimlock. I got the Canadian one. I thank you, and I'm sure your parents do. How do people react when they find out? I think people know, I don't know, it's a bit because, I'm trying to word this. I think people, like now because of the YouTuber, are obviously more aware, but it was always one of them crazy things when someone would come around and they'd be like, I hear you've got a collection, and they expected to see, you know, maybe that, just like a shelf of something, or maybe I got the Canadian red-faced Dinobot that you can't get anywhere else in the rest of the world, and they expected to be a bookcase or something, but then when it was a full room, they were always sort of really surprised and taken back. Crazy kids, do you know the G1 Dinobots at all? If you do know the G1 Dinobots, you must know that you had an exclusive that no one else in the world had. And it's really expensive even in Canada, funnily enough, because then they corrected it and gave him his correct face. I wonder if he knows. I did a video on him not so long ago, so maybe you've already seen it. Can't even think. Right. I'm literally got to say, okay, he was born in 83. So I'm going to definitely say 5 minutes, guys, because it's nearly midnight now. And it's been great doing this. And maybe I should do them more than once a month. Who knows? We'll see with the school holidays coming up, which doesn't make a difference to me, but it does. I can perhaps get some more then, because it doesn't matter if I wake the kids up, because they'll be, that's the other thing that I've found obviously on this. And that's the only big negative thing about being in this room. I've got to be more quiet, whereas the other room I could be louder and just carry on, because it was different to where the kids were. But in the room behind that wall, there's a 14-month baby. No, that's it. Maybe twice a month could be, but we'll see. But my missus might leave me if I can, if I did two for this long. Princeton, it was a pleasure, mate. You jumped on literally from the very beginning. So you've been with me for 2.5 hours nearly. So thank you very much and really appreciate it. Everybody can start sort of dwindling away now, then I won't feel bad when I say goodbye. And thank you to the 2 new, yeah, that's it. Thank you to the 3 new people who joined the membership while I was chatting away. That was really nice of you. I like karma and more knowledge, but thank you. That's nice to hear that as well. I'm trying to get around. There you go. Perfect. I'm trying to get more of the G1 stuff done. But to be fair, I think a lot of them I just need to update because I've got boxes and stuff. Yeah, there's still 26 of you all. I'm glad you found that. Keep an eye on the, yeah, DevCon's on general release. He's been out for ages. He came out. I hope to be able to join earlier another time soon. Yeah, just jump on board, or don't leave. You should have come back at the beginning, Brandon. I'll see you guys. Everybody can start. Oh no, you still aren't going. You're saying bye, but you're still there. No, he's not in Smiths. He is. He's in my Smiths. He's definitely in my Smiths. It's only 7:30 p.m. here, so it's easy. I still need to pick up a DevCon. Adam, do you want me to see if I can find you one? Let me know if you want me to see if I can find you one, buddy. Because I'm heading up the town centre at some point soon. So if I see one, I'll pick you one up. Yeah, that's it. Don't risk that. DevCon sounds like for a convention for this software. It does, doesn't it? Yeah, a lot of that could be Delcon. We love you, Russ, in a Transformers kind of way. Oh, I'll have to go search my Smiths. Yeah, he's here. There he is. There he is. Thank you, Benjamin, for jumping on. Unfortunately, buddy, I'm literally winding it down. So sorry. I feel bad now, saying I feel bad that I should stay on because people are jumping on. Let me know if you want me to phone. Honestly, you don't feel pressured into it. It's just something as a little bonus that we do, and that helps me out, and it does, enables me to do all that. Oh, well, thank you very much, Crackers. Crackers, if you got my Outcast and Crackers, if you got my Instagram, because I need to give you the link to the Discord as well, to the private one, and then from that we'll give you the others as well. If you haven't, drop me a message. Yeah, it's true. Drop me a message or drop a comment on here, and I will literally send you the links for that as well, and we'll jump on board and chat some more on there as well. We have got a great community here. It's good how we've built this from no. I still can't believe like now that there's still 25 of you left in the chat with me 2.5 hours later on, and all we've talked about is toys that we all love, which is great. So I'm definitely going to sign off there because that seems like a perfect way to sign off. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you to the new members. Thank you to the original members. Thank you to anybody who's watched this, streamed this, liked it, shared it. I'm trying to get 10k by TF Nation. It's not going to happen, but if I can just get to 8 by next week, I'm only a few subs off. That would be brilliant. I will try and answer everybody's question as much as I can, and everybody's screaming off, which is good. Brilliant. Drop me an instant message. Thanks, everybody. I'm glad you enjoyed the chat, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Cheers, guys. Really appreciate it. Boom. I can't even turn it off.